Hello and welcome back to Call for Initiative, the tabletop role-playing stream where the audience influences the story. I, of course, am Ben, and or Benjamin as I'm known on the internet. And with me, I have Seth, otherwise known as MB Banshee, who will be serving today as your dungeon master. Go ahead and say hi to everyone, Seth.
I'm gonna respectfully request you never do that one again.
No one ever likes my monster voices. Come on.
That one was a little bit. That one was interesting. Hello, friends.
I'll run through a few different monster voices the next few intros, and we'll see which ones everyone likes and which one everyone hates.
Okay. Sure. Hi, friends. Welcome to today's rather chill Pull for Initiative stream. If you can't tell, I'm sick. I'm so sick. I'm fine, but I'm sick. So unfortunately, I'm gonna sound like this for the whole stream. But we're still doing it because nothing will keep me from this game, and I do mean that. So, sorry if I sound like this, and if I sniffle, and if I occasionally have to mute myself to sneeze incredibly loudly. So,
I do like your casual, like, gothic harlequin kind of makeup you got going on.
Thank you. Yeah, I really did not. I really couldn't possibly put makeup on today, and so I did probably the least amount of makeup that I could possibly consider doing and still like showing myself on the internet. So that's just like a tiny bit of eyeliner, you know? Anyway.
I mean, you're so good. I was trying to convince Seth that we could just do something else on stream today, but they were adamant that they wanted to play D&D. So
listen.
Believe me, I tried to get them to rest, boys.
You don't understand that this episode could be pivotal and that I've been waiting for forever.
Well, yeah, you're probably gonna fucking kill off Ailstain.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway.
Yeah, you almost... I by the way, chat, if it wasn't clear just how boned we are, I'm pretty sure everyone in this encounter is higher level than us. Because at the absolute bare minimum, blood hunters do not get their order abilities until level 3 minimum. We're all level 2. And all of these blood hunters are using their lycan abilities, like turning into werewolves. So that suggests to me that perhaps they are level 3 or higher, meaning we are literally outmatched. There are an equal number of people all higher level than us.
Listen, I'd also like you to keep in mind... hold on. Oh, just kidding. I'd also like you to keep in mind that there wasn't a stat block for this. I made it. So maybe don't make too many assumptions.
I mean, I did. How much fucking does anyone remember how much damage I did last time? I think
19.
hang on, I might have that in.
You did
19 points of damage and is not at half health. Yeah, no, definitely over level 2.
I said like just barely not at half health.
Yeah, I've literally never heard of a level 2 character having 40 hit points. We're boned, boys.
Anyway.
The only saving grace is if that fucking vampire child comes out and fucking eats everyone or something.
Hey, you don't know. Just a quick little recap for those who didn't finish last episode, Opal. Or those who maybe just don't remember or are, you know, taking I don't know, maybe you're watching this in the future and it's been a while since you saw the last episode.
Damn. Calling out Opal.
Well, look, they said they needed a recap, so I'm doing it for them. It's not mean, it's kind.
This is Opal's recap.
Yeah, Opal, this one's for you. It's gonna be kind of brief though. Um,
Yeah, last session, Ailstain got his ass kicked and he's about to die. And I'm about to roll a new character.
so, last episode, you arrived in the misty town of Aramor in the northern part of the Verloren Wood.
Mhm.
You and your companions and your new friend Neve all arrived in the city together, though she departed shortly thereafter, saying she had things to attend to and that possibly she would see you later if the fates willed it.
Yeah, maybe Neve will show up and save us.
The three of you then
Turns
had
out she's level 5. Sorry.
the three of you then went to the Owl's Wing Tavern and had a necessary talk about trust and teamwork and sort of got your shit together a little bit more as a team, I think. And then shortly thereafter, you found a bounty that was posted all over town about a deserter of the Lycan Order of Blood Hunters. You inquired about this bounty and then went to the woods to seek him out. You did quickly find him, though. I mean, it took you a few hours of walking through the woods, but you did find his house, in which he appeared to just be a sort of simple shepherd, keeping sheep. To which you had a fun little excursion where you tried to do some investigative work. It didn't really go how you planned. And so you kind of just became like, how would you describe what happened? You sort of just became super blunt and asked him outright if he had a vampire.
Well, because it became apparent that there was literally only one way we were gonna find out, and I was like, "Fuck it, just go fucking talk to him." This is this is irritating at this point.
The dice want to tell a different story than you, my guy. You then found out that he had deserted his order in trying to protect a young girl, Guinevere, who was captured and turned into a vampire. And his order would have him kill her, though it was, against her will, not something that she could control. And he didn't believe that that was right. And so he abandoned his the people that had raised him. He broke his oath and creed, and is doing everything that he can to protect her. And
I just want to say, when I sent that letter to Niobe as Ailstain and had him call himself a master weird kid finder, I didn't expect that I was going to be proven right again so quickly.
Listen, there's a lot of weird kids around here. I don't really know what that's about, but it's just you just kind of attract them, I guess,
His days at the orphanage made him a master at locating troubled children.
And after Laurent, the deserter, let you into his house, introduced you to Guinevere, it was then quickly discovered and pointed out by Guinevere that Kaz apparently had been a Dampier this whole time, unbeknownst to Ailstain. And then Kaz and Ambrose kind of did a brief foray into how they met and sort of his backstory, which was a fun little plot twist and surprise that I had been waiting to reveal. So that was fun. Everybody's broody boy turned out to be a creature of the night. Who would have guessed? And then shortly afterwards, the lycans unfortunately followed your guys' scent to Laurent's house, and we left off in the midst of combat, which we will return to after, once again, a brief foray into Ailstain's past. Now, just to set the scene a little bit, this flashback takes place shortly after the events of a previous intro, Ailstein, Gale, and Amber's sort of mission into the wastelands, and then so it's like probably a week later, and this scene takes place shortly after the class that they all had, wherein Kestrel was trying to instruct the importance of the killing blow. So, to set the scene, we see Grayson and Ailstein sort of, Gale sort of trailing behind, doing her own thing. Grayson is sort of storming off, almost visibly upset, and just sort of like, he's in a mood. He doesn't,
Ailstein kind of saunters out as well, and calls out to him and says, "What's your problem with me, Grayson?"
You see that he turns to you. It's anger, but there's sorrow as well. He says, "My problem? What is your problem? I don't think you've taken a single bestiary study seriously."
Whoa there, pal. Whoa, what makes you think I don't take him seriously?
You crack wise and question every fact as if you know better. Monsters kill people. You should be memorizing their weaknesses.
I know. Succubi and incubi are resistant to fire, poison, ice, and psychic forms of magic. But silvered swords are reliable ways to kill them. Is that what you wanted to hear me say back there? And he kind of does like a little like pirouette. He like does that bow where like you have like 1 foot forward, that like royals do, and he says, "Is that what you wanted to hear me say back there, Your Highness?"
You see, he kind of rolls his eyes and says, like, "So you do read the tomes. You just don't take your duty seriously. Do you aim to become a victim of one instead?"
Oh yes, curtsy, not pirouette. I don't know why I said pirouette.
Pirouette.
He laughs and says, "Nah, they ain't my type. Just saying, I don't get the idea of killing him like some maniac for no reason."
You see him, like, straining under the, like, duress of this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Says, "The reason is that they are monsters. They kill people, Ailstein. You cannot talk your way out of every fight."
Oh, okay, hang on now. I don't know about that. I got away with words.
"Oh, and is that how you got those?" And he sort of indicates to your wounds that you received from the wargs. He says, "Did you use your words with the wargs? How did that work for you?"
He kind of like gingerly like rubs his arm a little bit and is taken aback a bit, and he says, "Well, hey now, that ain't fair. How was I to know they weren't overgrown pooches, huh?" Look, I'm just saying, if I can't reason with a monster and no one has to die, ain't that better?
You see he sort of like whirls on you and gets like kind of up in your face. He says, "And what will you do when a vampire lord descends on an innocent village? Slaughters every villager, kills the lord and lady while their child watches, marring him for good measure?" You see that he pulls up his sleeve and you see a scar of what was once 4 very deep lacerations, sort of snaking down his left arm. And he says, "And all because the Lord dared to insult him. While he burns every building to the ground, will you attempt to reason with the walking venom-filled corpse?"
Whoa. Grayson. He like raises his hands up and he says, I just thought.
Sometimes you don't need to think. You need to act. When we hesitate, monsters will kill people. Some evil cannot be reasoned with. You would do well to remember that. And he storms off. Disappears into the courtyard and is gone from sight.
Angsty boy.
A hard lesson for one to learn so young. And with that in mind, we return to the present day, where Ailstein is bleeding out, on the verge of death at the hands of another blood hunter, a lycan. You see...
Starting to think I don't like blood hunters.
I got the name tags figured out and everything as well, so should be a little bit easier maybe to tell who's who and kind of what's going on.
Lycan A, Lycan B, Lycan C. It's like vitamins. You need a little bit of each.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Which was the one that Ambrose attacked last time? Was it Lycan A?
Yes. So
Lycan A, right?
Lycan A and Lycan C are the only ones who have been damaged thus far. You see Shay is locked in combat with Laurent. Kaz sort of torn between protecting Ambrose from Lycan A and defending himself from Lycan B, while you are left to take on Lycan C alone. That has not gone well for you thus far.
I mean, to be fair, they did critical strike me, which was crazy.
We did, yeah. Unfortunately, they did crit. We enter back into the thick of it. We left off just after your turn. Ailstein having just, for the first time, activated his Crimson Rite, revealing himself as a blood hunter to all those present.
Hey, now, they don't know that. Maybe I just got weird blood.
No. Absolutely, completely wrong. You could argue with me
just so you
before
know,
about people not knowing, but now there is absolutely no way that they don't know.
Alright, this isn't what it looks like. It's not a blood hunter thing. It's actually a Storm Genasi thing. You didn't know Storm Genasi could do this, did you? You're racist if you think this is a blood hunter thing.
So we left off just after your turn, which unfortunately means it's the Lycan's turn again. Let us...
Wait, what?
We left off just after your turn. It's... Oh, wait. Oh, no, just after your turn. Oh, that's right. Okay, so it's Laurent and Shay's turn now. You're right.
Yeah, they all took their turn and beat the shit out of
That's
us.
right. That's right. Okay.
Actually, no, Ambrose got to dodge all the attacks.
So
we basically reversed what has been happening this whole campaign, where everyone else was taking damage, but Ailstein was always fine. Now it's only Ailstein taking damage, and everyone else is fine.
You see Shay and Laurent both go, like, at the same time, and they're attacking each other. You see that Shay growls and makes to claw Laurent twice, while Laurent has, like, his great sword in hand, and is, like, trying to defend and also make strikes. with his right weapon. Okay. Oh, all right. Well, that dice is gone. We'll never see it again. That
Stop throwing your dice with such aggression.
hits. No, I must. I must.
You're actually gonna throw the die at my head to inflict damage, and you're like, however much that hurt, that's how much damage Ailstein takes.
You see, Shay only manages to swipe Laurent once, and does, he gets a fair scratch, but he isn't looking too bad. He kind of, like, gets him on the chin a little bit as he, like, dodges out of the way. And now we see...
Oh, we're saving all of our heavy hits for Ailstein.
You see Laurent manages to sort of dodge. He swings. Shay manages to duck out of the way. But on the backswing, Laurent gets him in the chest. Ooh. For a good bit of damage, actually. You see Shay howls in anger. And he's got a big, like, slash across his chest now. His yellow lycan eyes turning like a tinge of red as like the blood vessels like enlarge.
So he attacked twice.
They both attacked twice. Yes.
Another thing, by the way, chat. I don't get an extra attack until 5th level, so I think these things might be the equivalent of 5th level. We're 4 level 2s, we're 3 level 2s and a level 5 going up against 4 level 5s.
It is Kaz's turn now, and
Ooh.
as you have had your heart-to-heart with him, you are now free to control him. And what would you like him to do?
Let me grab that character sheet like I'm well prepared in this manner here. So he has all his spell slots, right?
I believe so. Let me check. He might have used one spell.
It doesn't say so on his sheet.
No, yeah, he's taken some damage, but he hasn't used any spells. Also, chat. I'm using this like liquid core die that you can't really tell, but the inside is all like sparkly, and it's great.
Well, he can toss a healing word to Ailstein as a bonus action. I don't know how much that's gonna fucking do because it's basically the equivalent of a healing potion. So strategy, by the way, chat, here's what I'll say. Last session, I elected to activate my right rather than drink a potion. Because you said potions are bonus actions in your game, right?
Yes. It is a bonus action to take a potion. It is an action to administer to someone else, and a free action to hand to someone else.
Yeah, so I elected to activate his right instead because I was like, all right, that dude took me down to 2 HP in one hit. The max amount that a healing potion can heal is 10 HP, and that's the max. The least amount that it can heal is like 4. So I was like, I don't feel like a healing potion is gonna save me here.
But
so I was like, what I'm gonna try and do is see if I can maybe at least bloody this dude before I go down. I didn't even fucking bloody him, so this is looking bad.
Keep in mind that Kaz is a grave cleric. So when he is healing somebody at 0 hit points, he heals for the max amount of healing that his spell can do. So it is technically more beneficial to go to 0 hit points before having him heal you. But
you say that, but these guys have multi-attack, and with multi-attack, they could take him down with 1 hit and then hit him again to make him fail a death save. And then if he fails one more death save right after them, that's permadeath for Ailstein. Yeah.
That's completely true. This is a deadly battle indeed.
So while that's all well and good, I don't know if it's the right move here. So I'm probably gonna toss a bonus action healing word to him because it's the same amount as a health potion, but maybe he can tank one more hit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll do that first.
Okay.
Did you want to do that, or should I roll it?
I'll roll it. You're doing a first level healing word.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would love to do a second level, but
You get 6 health back. You see.
Yep, there it is. Not much.
You see Kaz, in the midst of trying to like deciding like which wolf to go after, sees you take a huge hit and goes, "Oh fuck," and like extends a hand towards you. And now his gloves off, you watch as his hand alights in gold light. Some of your wounds begin to close, and you can breathe a little bit easier now. But you watch some of the flesh burn off of his hand where the light touches. He does not.
Anna, don't put yourself out on my account. And he like coughs up a loogie of blood.
He sort of just extended a hand and is like sort of focused on these. He's like not looking at you, but he's like, "It's fine. Don't die." All right, and will he be doing? So that was his bonus action. He still has his action and movement left.
So I'm wondering if I can't remember. It's been so long since I played proper D&D. Would casting a ranged spell at lycan be with disadvantage because he's within 5 feet? I can't remember if that's just with bows and crossbows or if that applies to spells as well.
I'm gonna say no, that doesn't apply to spells.
I think it might.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
I'm gonna house rule. I'm gonna house rule no. For now.
Okay. Great. In that case, I guess he will guiding bolt this one in front of him.
Well,
I don't know. Do you think he would go for the lycan A or lycan B?
He already cast a spell for his bonus action.
Oh, okay. You're saying you still abide by the by the one spell per turn.
You can cast one spell and one cantrip, but you can't cast 2 spells per turn. So he's free to do a melee weapon attack or a cantrip.
And here I tried sneaking one past you.
Sorry. Is the music fixed, by the way? I turned it off and turned it back on.
I mean, he has nothing else that he can really do then other than just fucking...
He's got his mace.
Attack with his mace, yeah.
He's also got his channel divinities.
Yeah, I'm going through all his features and traits right now. I probably should have read up on what he's got before the stream, but I just had a busy day.
Also, just to note it, he also, as a Dampier, has a melee attack where he basically just bites them, and that actually can restore some of his hit points as well. However, at this point, he has not been damaged, so.
What restores his hit points?
His fanged bite. He can only do it twice per long rest.
Okay. Yeah. I guess that Path to the Grave was pretty good.
He can only do it once per short rest because it's a channel divinity, but use it as you will.
Yeah, he doesn't have a silvered weapon, which sucks.
Yeah.
I wonder if the vulnerability would cancel. Would vulnerability
Actually,
cancel out the resistance in that case?
he hunts specifically vampires, so he does have a silvered mace.
Oh,
It's not.
okay.
It's not specified
know
in
that.
there, but yes, it is silvered.
Okay. So unfortunately, yeah, let's do Path to the Grave on Lycan B.
Okay. You go
At
ahead.
least try to give this dude vulnerability.
You go ahead and you watch Kaz reach forward, and he summons that same dark green energy that's like laced with wisps of purple. And you watch the sort of energy coalesce into like a rune in a dead language. And the rune sort of like burns itself into like the essence of the lycan in front of him. And it does no damage, but you can see that the lycan is like kind of almost glowing a little bit with this like necrotic energy. And the next time he is hit, the creature will have vulnerability to that attack's damage. That is his turn. Will you have him move at all?
No, he will suffer attacks of opportunity no matter where he moves.
Right.
So he will stay put.
So he does this and remains seated. And that is back to the top of the order. That is you, Elstein.
I can't remember. Did Ambrose take his turn? Wait, how is it me?
Oh no, it's Ambrose. Sorry. It says your names both start with A. And my
I mean, I'll take a turn if you want to
No,
give me
it's
a free
his turn.
turn.
All right. What do you want? What do you want Ambrose to do? He is sort of backed into a corner, with a big
that's the other
lycan
thing
in front
is-
of him.
He is very much. He you had him use up all his spells. So
He still has
he
bardics.
does not.
And he still has
He
cantrips.
does not have much he can do. Yeah.
He also has a short sword, and a hand crossbow.
So here's the name of the game. At this point, I'm going to assume that we can at least trust Laurent to hold off Shay for a little while. So the goal right now is to finish off Lycan C, so Ailstein can start helping them with these other two, and then it's 3v2, and then maybe we can kind of rebalance the scales here. I don't think that either of them are going to be able to down one of these guys on their own. So I'm trying to think of like the most effective way to speed run getting it to be 3v2. I guess Bardic is a bonus action, so he could toss Bardic to Ailstein.
You see that he looks at you over his shoulder, and though a giant wolf looms before him, he gives you a sparkly wink that like lots of stars appear.
Ailstein winks back, and a little bit of blood spurts out.
He goes, ooh. He goes, ooh, oh no.
What's wrong? He's got like claw marks across his face. Like, what's wrong? What, is it that bad?
He's like, oh, it's it's fine. You look great.
And then let's see. I guess best that he has here. God, he is ass with fucking weapons, dude. Holy shit.
He's got a sword, but oh boy, he's only used it probably like once.
He's got a -1 to strength, chat, and he's only got a +1 to dex. Oh my god, he's got least strength. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He's gonna punch someone and heal them.
He's a spellcaster mostly.
Just so you all know, he does 0 damage with unarmed strikes. I need you all to know that.
That's what he's got a sword for. He doesn't punch with his fists.
You know what? He's gonna do Shocking Grasp on like an A.
Okay. Is that a saving throw?
It is an attack. Do you want me to roll the attack, or do you want to roll the attack?
You can go ahead and roll it.
Okay. 17. I rolled it with a big die.
17 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. It's only a D8. Don't get excited, chat.
And this is on like an A?
Yes. Okay. 6 damage. Does he get any pluses to that? No, he does not. 6 damage.
Nice. And now he has, I believe, disadvantage on attack rolls. Is that correct?
I don't think he can make opportunity attacks
Okay,
until
so
the start of his next turn.
Ambrose is free to get the fuck out of there then, if you would like him
Yes,
to do so. So you see Ambrose kind of looks over his shoulder, gives you a little wink, reaches a hand out, electricity wreathing his hand, and gives
He
this
pets the
motherfucker.
lycan.
He tases this motherfucker with his head. He's the werewolf.
He pulls out his taser.
And then he gets the fuck out of Dodge. Go ahead
Ambrose,
and move him
like
wherever
any
you'd like him to go.
any girly, has that pink taser on him.
Yeah, he keeps that motherfucking thing on him.
I don't know. Where do you think he would run? Do you think he would run behind
Away.
Ailstain?
Just as far away as he can get.
I assume he doesn't like to be at the forefront of battle based on these stats.
Yeah, he's a spellcaster. I would say he probably runs closer to Ailstain and gets some more like. I think that he's trying to get someone in between him and the lycan. And you're wounded, but it still might be you.
Each of these squares is 5 feet, right?
Yes.
I think if he moves, I don't know.
How does
I think if he moves like here, he could be in a position where the lycan C and A could not get to him without first provoking opportunity from Ailstain.
He will have
You
to
getting
peek
doubled up audio?
He will. Yeah, I just turned it off and turned it back on again. I don't know why it keeps fucking doing that. It's not changing. Okay, it doesn't matter. He will have to kind of peek around the corner to get any more attacks on like an A. But otherwise,
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
This is
Defensive
this is a fun
position.
little this is a fun little strat for you, by the way, chat. If for those of you who've been big Baldur's Gate players, it's called door scumming, where you camp by a door, open the door, shoot a spell out, and then close the door behind you so no one can shoot spells back at you.
Valid. You could have him run inside too. There is a door right there.
Yeah, but he'd probably have to like open the door, right?
Yeah,
it's probably not
it's an
open.
action to open the door,
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
It's not an action in Baldur's Gate, which is why I do it all the time.
We love Baldur's Gate.
But yeah, so to set the scene, Ailstain is getting his ass kicked. Kaz is like, oh fuck, we're getting our ass kicked. And then Ambrose runs and hides behind the wall and goes, oh no!
That being said, it is the lycan's turn once again. Let
All
us
right,
see.
I can tank 8 damage. Well, no, 7 damage. 8 damage, I go down.
Let us see. Let us.
You're like, he does 30 damage and you instantly die.
What's your armor class?
16.
Oh, okay. So only one of those hits. Oh, and he does 1 damage to you. So.
What? How, does he not get any pluses to his damage?
Nope.
Damn, weak ass. Bro has no strength to his name.
You see that he goes to swipe at you, you dodge out of the way, and he swipes again and just sort of nicks you a little bit, like with just the edge of the claw. And just like growls in your face. He's got like his sharp teeth like right in front of you. You see like the spit and like blood. It's bad. It's
Maybe
really
like
bad
maybe
for
right
you.
it right as he swung at him, maybe Ailstein like put his like sword in a defensive like sort of like fencing position, so if he had moved any closer he would have gotten fucking skewered.
Well, the good news is both lycans took swings on Kaz and all of them missed. So
Oh my god.
Kaz is
Okay, it was
sitting
actually
pretty.
a fluke.
Kaz is sitting pretty. He's so good at dodging. He's like, wow, wow. He's like, oh yeah, try and fucking hit me, bitch.
Well, you don't want to go after Ambrose?
And now it is back to you, Ailstein.
Damn, I was kind of hoping I could like tempt them into like chasing Ambrose so I could get a free attack of opportunity on him, but that's okay. Okay. Well, we're looking a little better, I guess. Since it's a bonus action, might as well take one of these potions. Because I don't think I have any other bonus actions. I have like reactions that I can do, but no other bonus actions, I don't think. Let me check everything here. Yeah, because my Blood Maledict stays active until I dismiss it, so I don't have to reactivate that. He's still bleeding from that bandaged hand with the glowing blood. Alright, so he takes a little potion.
Little potion.
And he heals. 4, 5, 6 health.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's at 13 out of 20 health. He is no longer bloodied.
Fantastic. I will remove the red dot of doom.
Now they have to do 23 damage to him to make him die instantly.
Okay. Well, if they get another
before
critical.
Before it was only 12 damage to permanently kill him. If you don't know, chat, if you go half your health negative, you instantly die. You don't get to do death saves. Okay.
So that was your bonus action. You have your.
I can't remember. Did I?
You have your Crimson Right active on your sword.
I don't think I used my Lucky Charm.
I don't believe you have.
So I'm gonna first roll an attack on this fucker.
Okay.
Fuck. Is that 15? Does a 15 hit?
15 just hits.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use the use the charm or not. I probably shouldn't have asked you if it hits. I probably should have just rolled the charm, but because I think once you hear the result, you can't use it. Okay. So I have a bunch of d6 to roll now.
Yeah, you let me know what that looks like. You see Ailstein, his sword crackling with that like purple lightning that like skitters down the blade. The amethyst pommel like shining in the light as you swing towards this gigantic fucking werewolf who has almost killed you in 1 hit, or in 2 hits, I guess.
I didn't get to use great weapon fighting because I didn't roll any die under 3.
Okay.
But the best one I rolled was a 10 plus 2. That's 12 slashing damage, plus a quick little cheeky d4, I believe. Sorry, Chad. It's been a minute since I fucking thought about these stats. Yeah, D4 of lightning damage.
Mm-hmm.
2 lightning damage.
So that's 14 damage overall.
Yes.
12
12 slashing, 2 lightning.
You score this fucking werewolf. You see, you cut it so deep, its arm is hanging off by a fucking thread. Like, there's just a couple tendons that are, like, keeping this thing's arm attached to its body. It
Oh my god.
howls in pain. And it is certainly bloodied.
Alright. Oh my god. I think that's a total of 33 damage. So yeah, we're probably in what? Close to critical here. Not quite, but close to it.
Close to it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
okay.
this thing is fucked up. He does not look good, and he's certainly not happy about it.
I gotta get over to Kaz quick before Kaz goes fucking down.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I mean, he didn't drop to 0, so I don't get to do any silly little reactions.
You see that Laurent and Shay take their swings.
Can I, like, I don't know. I'm, like, curious if I can, like, try to, like, move him a little closer to Shay. By, like, moving closer myself, but not out of attack range.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, sorry, the music stopped. You see that, yeah, Shay and Laurent take their swings at each other. Okay, that hits. That does not hit. Damn, 1 again. Shay is really not fucking Laurent up. Like, Shay came in here talking a big fucking talk, and he is not hitting for shit. That being said,
So much for the big tough guy ego you got.
that being said, Laurent also misses twice.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna switch up my dice.
They're just dancing over there.
Yeah, they are basically they're basically just like swinging back and forth, like dodging out of the way.
They're exchanging witty banter the whole time.
Yeah, basically. You hear Laurent being like, "Brother, don't do this. It's not worth it. Just let us go." And Shay cannot speak in his werewolf form, but just growls incessantly and continues to try and, like, kill him.
Let him talk like a dog.
No. It is Kaz's turn once again.
Yeah, what's this guy's name that I'm fucking up? What's his name? He's about to die. You want your friend here to die?
No response.
Think about all the good times.
They could not speak in werewolf form.
Think about all the good times when you weren't ugly like this.
Oh my god, rude. It is Kaz's turn. What would you like him to do?
If it ain't clear, I ain't a dog guy. I'm more of a rat guy.
You see Harry in your cloak goes.
No. Harry is with.
Harry's with Guinevere.
Guinevere.
You hear in the distance.
Like, yeah, I'll get back with your traits in a minute. Hold your fucking horses. Is he at 10 HP right now out of 17?
He is at 10 HP.
Fanged Bite would be piercing damage. So I think on the one not, like the one that wasn't hit by his mark, so I guess like an A.
Okay.
I want him to whip around and fucking bite him.
Okay. He does not have silvered fangs, but he can go ahead and make that attack.
I mean, doesn't have to do damage. He just has to. Oh, but I guess if he's got resistance, it'll have it as well. God, this sucks. Does he have any potions on him?
Kaz does not have any potions. Ambrose has the
Fuck.
2 healing potions.
God damn it, Ambrose! I thought you said you bought him potions.
Yeah, but Kaz made him hold on to both of them. Because Kaz can heal.
It's all falling apart. I guess he has 2-weapon fighting like anyone else. Does he have like a dagger? No, he doesn't have a dagger. God damn it.
Yeah, he's just got a because he's
Fucking
got
Ambrose,
he's got a shield.
give him one of your daggers.
He's got a
Oh,
mace and a shield, so.
Okay. I guess that would explain his high AC. Fuck. I don't know that he can do anything with his bonus action other than heal again. I guess he could heal himself with just feels like he's got like all these good spells. It just feels like a waste to use all 3 on healing.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have to take his bonus action.
I mean, it's silly not to take your bonus action. Especially in this situation. Yeah, fuck it. He's gonna heal himself.
Okay. I'll go ahead and...
Healing word yourself, buddy boy.
That is... He regains 8 hit points.
Oh, he's at max health.
Yes, sir. So he, having nothing else to do, really, in this moment, sort of, casts a heal on himself. And you see it, like, his wounds heal where the magic touches, but where the light touches, he still is burned. So it's kind of like, you know?
He gains more flashback, but a little bit is still burned off.
Yeah.
Elsane turns to Laurent and he's like, "You got this situation with this guy?"
Do you indicate Deshay?
Yeah.
You see Laurent, like, locked in combat with this dude, is like, yeah, I got him.
Elsane just turns over to Kaz and he's just like, "I just came up busy, I'll be right over to help."
You see Kaz is like, worry about yourself, and he's like trying to like hit. Ambrose in the background is like, he's like, don't worry.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
It'll be okay. Don't worry. All right, that is back to top of the order. It is Ambrose's turn.
No, that Kaz still has his action to take.
Oh, you did his bonus action first.
Yes.
I see.
I often do take the bonus actions first to see if I should maybe do like a disengage or something. It's like a habit of mine. Okay. I guess he's just gonna swing on Lycan B. Fuck it, just swing an attack, mace attack.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Oh, okay. I don't know what all you want me to handle, what all you want to handle.
Yeah, I don't know, I roll when I feel like it, I guess.
Oh my god.
Oh, it doesn't go well.
Is there a way I can give him advantage?
Well, Lycan B has Guiding Bolt on him.
Oh. Wait, does that...
It's the next attack, right?
Oh, yeah, yes, it does have advantage. You're right. You're very right.
And if
You're
it
very,
hits,
very right.
he still has Path to the Grave on him as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Wait. Oh, no, he didn't cast Guiding Bolt. Remember?
Oh.
Because he cast healing?
You're right. No, you're so right.
Yeah, and Steph's trying really hard to help me out of this bind that we're in.
Yeah, I'm also
I'm
sick.
being a rules lawyer on myself.
I'm also sick, so I have like a little bit of brain fog going on.
It's okay. I'm honest enough. I'm not gonna take advantage of your brain fog. Fuck. He rolled a 9 total, chat. That's not gonna hit.
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
Yeah, he doesn't have any way to get advantage.
Mm-mm.
He doesn't have multi-attack either, because we're all fucking level 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, he beefs it.
Okay. He does that swing. The lycan just gets out of the way. He's really dancing between these two fucking werewolves. Ambrose
Elstein
hiding
calls
in a
over,
bush.
he's like, he just calls over and says, "Keep him busy. I'll be right over."
He says,
And
"What
he's,
does it
and he
look
turns-
like I'm doing?"
And then he turns to Lycan C and he says, "I just gotta take out the trash first."
The trash.
Yeah, he like smirks at him and looks at his like fucking nearly severed arm. Oh, you're gonna die, buddy.
Actually, it is, so that was the end of Cause's turn. So now it is back to top of the order.
Mm-hmm.
And top of the round, you hear rustling in the forest.
Oh my god.
It sounds like somebody running through the forest.
Oh my god, oh my god, why am I blanking on her name right now?
Neve?
I'm like, yeah, why is Neve gonna show up?
Chat.
Oh, not Neve.
Is this person, and depending on this poll, there may be another one directly after this.
Uh-oh.
Is this person a help
Friendly or hostile?
or a hindrance?
Well, help or hindrance to who?
To you.
Oh, okay. I was like, is it a help? And then they all vote help, and then it's like, it's a help to Shay.
It'll be 1 in chat for help and 2 in chat for hindrance. If you want to post it in chat before I put the poll up.
Oh, sure. I forgot that I do that.
1 for help, 2 for hindrance.
Is this person a help or a hindrance? 1 help or 2 hindrance. Did I spell hindrance right? H-I-N-D. Oh, there's no E.
Yes, there is.
I don't. No, it's hindrance, not hindrance.
Oh, I see.
I typed it right the first time, and then I was like, I feel like there's an E there, and it was like, nope, it's not an E there. It's just hindrance. All right, I posted it in the chat.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to fuck. Hold on.
It's okay, chat. I won't be too mad if you vote hindrance. This could be a way for you to vote on whether or not you want to keep Ailstein as a character or whether you want me to roll a new character.
Is this person a help or a hindrance?
Vote hindrance if you want me to make a character that isn't Ailstein. I will warn you though, if I have to make a new character, I do get the liberty to make them significantly more annoying.
That's true.
I could give them any voice I want. I could give them that freaky monster voice that I did at the top of this.
That's true. That's completely true.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through the whole campaign just going.
Okay, well, I hope that you don't do that, but.
All right, we all better keep Ailstein alive then. Okay, everyone seems like they're voting help.
Has everybody voted who's going to vote? I only see 3 votes.
I think everyone's maybe cast their votes. Last call.
All right, I'm calling
Going
it.
once, going twice.
Going once, going twice.
I mean, it is enough of a lead that
That's true.
a few people would have to vote to change it.
All right. They are a help. Running through the trees. The familiar clinking of her chains.
There she is.
Neve rushes into the clearing. And you see she is like really, like, she's got like leaves and like branches in her hair. Some of her like skirt, like some of her her like circlets like askew a little bit, and she's just looking around going, she goes, "What the fuck is going on?" Chat.
Is she being chased?
She doesn't look immediately. It seems like she was in a rush to get here, but you don't immediately see anything like behind her. Now, chat. Once again, quick little poll. Is Neve? Neve is a follower of Nyx, the goddess of night, the moon, the stars, and dreams. But does she adhere to the ways of the moon or the stars?
Oh my god, we're building a character live on stream. We're birthing her together, chat. What were the exact words for that?
Does she adhere to the moon or the stars? It'll be 1
for moon, 2 for stars.
Yes.
Okay, I put it into chat.
All right. I'm very interested about the outcome of this poll. Ooh, it looks like stars.
What's the difference? It's it's like it slightly changes the shit that she can do as a cleric.
She's not a cleric.
Oh.
She is a follower of Nyx, but she's not a cleric.
Oh.
We don't know what she is. And perhaps this specific poll is going to determine what she can do.
Interesting.
It looks like stars. We've only had 3 votes in the last one. And then we've only got 3 votes this time, so I might just call this one a little quicker. It looks like stars has 1 out. So, very interesting indeed. We see, this is, that's such a good, I have a decision to make here. Actually, let me roll her initiative, as she enters the battlefield. Oh my, whoa. Oops, that was loud. Oops. Sorry.
She follows the stars.
Ooh, she rolled terribly, unfortunately. She's gonna go dead last. But that's alright. Definitely got a 4, but that's okay.
Oh my god.
So I actually have a minute. But so you see that Neve runs into the middle of this combat. You see she does not look exactly as she did before. Aside from her sort of like askewed, like running through the forest look, she is wreathed in stars. Her body is darkness and galaxies and starlight, her body made of constellation, and a crescent moon bright on her forehead. And you see she looks around and is like, what the fuck is going on here? But unfortunately is slow to act. So she, let me put her on the battlefield.
To be fair, it is a very confusing thing that's going on.
Oh,
hey, Neve! Welcome to the party!
You see she runs in, and I also didn't have a great picture for her, so I just took whatever one was on Roll20, or was on D&D Beyond. Yeah, she runs into the field. Yeah, you say, welcome to the party. She goes, what's going on? What?
It's a party!
And that is what happens. And now the top of the order is Ambrose.
Okay, Ambrose, you no spell slot having bitch.
He's got cantrips.
Let's see. My man has literally, actually, he has still another Bardic that I didn't use Bardic as Ailstain, so I could use another Bardic on Cause.
Mm-hmm.
That would be useful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, have him give a Bardic to Cause.
Okay.
And I'll actually try to remember to fucking use it this time.
You see Ambrose expends his last Bardic. He like peeks around the corner and gives a little starry, sparkly wink to Kaz, and then dips back around. And Kaz is like, thanks.
And I guess, yeah, he can just do a spell attack on Lycan. Which one's damaged? Lycan A, I guess, is damaged. Lycan B hasn't been damaged yet. Let's see if we can kill A.
That's true.
It's gonna do a Starry Wisp. Want me to roll that attack?
Yes, go ahead and roll that.
Okay.
God, give me my die.
Ooh, 17 plus 4, 21, baby.
To hit?
That hits.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, not like it's gonna do a whole lot, but...
Roll 1.
Roll the 2.
It's okay.
God damn it, Ambrose! Why don't you get any pluses to your damage?
Yeah. Yeah, so Ambrose, peeks around the corner, he winks at Kaz, and he throws a little wisp, at Lycan A. It hits, but it just kind of like sputters off its back, and you see just like a little smoke, and you see the Lycan like growls and turns to look around, turn and look at him.
Can Ambrose meet eyes with Kaz and put up both thumbs and smile really big at Kaz like you're doing great?
Yeah. And Kaz is just like, are you fucking serious? Alright, that is Ambrose's turn. It is the Lycan's turn once again. I'm gonna use a different die now. Okay.
And this is where Kaz dies.
Both miss on you.
Oh my god.
Okay, that fucking hits. God, okay. So Lycan B gets his attack on Kaz. Rolls a 1. 1 damage. Total of 1, count 'em, 1 damage.
Are you keeping track of his health, by the way?
Yes, I am.
Because his sheet still says 10, and I don't have a way to change that. But he got to max health, and then he lost 1.
Refresh it. I've been keeping it updated.
Oh, okay.
And then, unfortunately, what happens is this. Lycan A does leave Kaz's area of attack, so both you and Kaz will get attacks of opportunity on it.
Okay.
However,
wait, which Lycan moves?
A.
Okay. Oh, we're both getting attacks of opportunity on it.
Yes,
Where's he going?
because he rushes to Ambrose.
Oh.
And makes both of his hits.
Oh, fuck.
So I will roll Kaz's attack if you want to go roll your attack.
Absolutely. See, this is why I positioned us the way I did, chat, because now we get 2 attacks of opportunity. This is good. This is good stuff. Hang on. Don't apply no damage. Maybe we'll fucking kill him. Okay.
Cause hits for 6 damage.
Oh. Okay. I'll roll my attack. I thought I was rolling both cause and
Oh
Elstain,
no,
but-
I rolled.
Okay.
I rolled for like an A.
For
Or
cause.
I rolled for cause. Yeah, sorry.
I don't think I need the bardic. 17.
17 hits.
I think the way. Hang on, let me check something. I think the way that Savage Attacker works. Yeah, it's only once per turn, so I actually can't roll the d6 twice this time.
Yeah.
But I still get great weapon fighting, I'm pretty sure. So if any of it's lower than 3, I can re-roll that. Let me double check that though. Yes. Okay. So let me roll that. Rolled a 1 and a 3. Gonna re-roll the 1.
Okay.
Good thing I did that. That's a 6 and a 3. That's 9 plus 2, 11, and then lightning damage. 4 lightning damage, baby.
So is that 15 damage?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, this thing bloodied.
Yeah, as he's coming by, fucking Ailstein spins around, kind of pirouettes a little bit, and says, "Oh no, you don't!" and slashes him across the back.
Yeah, you slash him on the back. It howls, but you don't manage to hit anything major enough for it to stop. It continues on until it towers over Ambrose. Swings twice and hits both times.
Is Ambrose still up? Chat, if Ambrose survives, I have a devious trick I can do.
Hits him twice. Ambrose takes only 6 damage, luckily.
Oh, good.
So nothing too serious, but definitely gets him a little. Gets him. You see that his robes, his jacket that he just keeps over his shoulders is kind of like shredded and has just like claw marks through it. And he goes, "Ah, that was silk."
Oh no, not his silk, dude. His fine silk.
His fine silks. That is the end of their turn. It is Ailstein's turn again.
Oh yeah, they missed their attack on him.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, now I can hopefully burn this bardic in a useful way. No, actually, I don't think I need to.
Oh shit.
22 to hit.
That hits.
Rolled an 18. I can use Savage Attacker again. Now that it's my turn again.
Mm-hmm.
Six and a 3 and a 6 and a 1. Rerolling the 1. Got a 1 again. Great. So I guess the 6 and the 3. So that's 9 plus 2. 11. I think I'm gonna. Oh my god! What if I do 15 damage again? Lightning damage. 1 damage. Okay. So 12. 12 damage to this one.
All right.
In front of me.
Hold on, I have to do
Come
some.
on, die, 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 die,
I
die,
have
die,
to
die.
do some math. This thing is on death's fucking door.
Damn it!
You get him down. You see it like kind of hunches over, and is like having trouble standing. It is like heavy breathing. You see blood dripping down its like maw and like seeping out of its wounds. Its eyes like having trouble staying open, but still up.
Damn it. It's like on like fucking 2 HP or something right now. It's where Ailstain was.
He's not looking good. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I don't got any other bonus actions I can well, yeah, I don't think I quite need to take a potion just yet.
Okay.
I'm down 7 health, but that's not enough to take my last potion.
You see...
And yes, you can use Bardic for attacking to answer your question, Lux. I'm sorry. I saw it, but I forgot to answer it. Yes, you can use your Bardic to attack, but I haven't needed to.
Yeah. All right, it is back
You can't use it for damage, though.
It is back to Laurent and Shay. An exchange of blows. Ooh. Actually, how much does he get? Okay, 1 hits. Oh, wait. No, yeah, 1 hits. Ooh. You see, Shay, gets Laurent, like, across the gut. And you see Laurent cough and some blood kind of come out of his mouth. He is still up. You know, he's not looking too bad, but he's taking some damage. Oh my god.
So Laurent can't handle Shay, is what I'm getting here.
What? And now. Both of Laurent's miss. Really awesome. Yeah, it gets him good, and he makes to strike back, but is a little off balance after that. That
He's
gut
pulling
punch.
his punches because he doesn't want to kill his brother.
That's could be.
This is the story beat reason why.
Why
he's sucking so much ass.
It is back to Kaz's turn.
All right, Kazi boy. What do we got here? He's got 1 spell slot left, right?
Yes.
So no one immediately needs healing. Is that Ambrose isn't bloodied, is he?
No.
Okay. And I don't think anyone immediately needs healing. Yeah, Ambrose is at 13 hit points. Is that where Ailstain is?
Lycan B still has Path to the Grave on him.
Yes, I know. I'm actually I'm debating my next action against him because whatever I do, he's gonna take bonus damage of that type.
Mm-hmm.
I was debating doing the last spell slot Guiding Bolt, but then it's just radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
And no offense to Ambrose, but he's the only other one who's able to do radiant damage, and he's not exactly doing a lot. So let's just hold on to that last spell slot, and he swings his mace on him.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
19 plus 3, 22 to
That
hit.
hits. Certainly, that hits.
Yep. And then a d6. Oh my god. Come on, man. 1 plus 1. He does 2 damage.
Awesome. Yeah. There's, what can I say to that? But, yeah. He goes to swing. He trips a little bit, and he just kind of, like, knocks it in the face a little bit with his mace. And it goes like... Everyone kind of looks at him like, that's all that you can do?
I hate to break it to you all, but this kind of is how damage goes at level 1 and 2. Like, I feel like I've maybe given everyone an unreasonable expectation as to how much people can do at level 1 and 2 with Ailstain because I built him really well for damage.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, you don't actually do that much damage at these levels. All right, well, he should be vulnerable, though, so that should be doubled to 4 damage, right?
Was it? Oh, because he gets a +1, so it's 2 doubled to 4.
2 to 4. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, that is what happens. Okay, so a little bit more damage, not just 2. All right. Yeah, not a little bit of a bigger small bruise.
Twice the bonk per bonk, boys.
You see, finally, Neva's just been standing here going, what? All right. You see that she was sort of like assessing the battlefield this whole time and just sort of goes, okay. And you see her starry shape. You see a crescent moon. And you see her like reach a hand, and above her a constellation of a chalice appears, and she like grabs it out of the sky and throws it as a bolt towards lycan B.
Nice.
And let's see what that does. Hits. Thankfully hits.
Good.
Alright, now I have to find my fucking D8. I never use a D8. Oh,
I
8?
love that Ailstain and Kaz both have Bardic, and then immediately after I gave them both Bardic, they no longer needed it anymore.
Yeah. You see Neve chuck this fucking starry, like, chalice bolt. As she tosses it, it forms, the constellations reform from a cup into like an arrow, and it strikes the lycan in the back. Like, you see it like stick through the center of its chest, and it roars in pain. She did a lot of fucking damage with that. And it like whirls on her. She goes, I'm not done yet. You see she sort of like takes in her surroundings a little bit more. You see, yeah, it whirls on her, the spectral arrow still like protruding from its chest. And you see she says, I'm not through with you. Kneel.
Okay, queen.
And she's going to cast command.
Oh.
It has to make a wisdom saving throw. This thing not very wisdomous, if I do say so myself. Ooh, yeah, no. Absolutely fails. The lycan has no choice and enters the prone condition, lays on the ground. I'll go ahead and mark it with I don't know which one to choose. Whatever, I'll do blue for prone. And that is the end of her turn. You see that she turns to you afterwards, just a light in like spectral constellation. And she says, what the fuck is going on here? What? She goes, do you get yourself into this mess all of the time?
Yeah, this is just a Tuesday for us.
You see, she's like, all right.
Really quick, I feel bad about what I'm about to do because it's gonna be bad for me. I just reread Path to the Grave, and I don't think it works the way that you told me it works.
What do you mean?
It says, the next time you or an ally of yours hits the cursed creature with an attack, the creature has vulnerability to all that attack's damage, and then the curse ends.
Yes.
So it does not have perma vulnerability.
No.
Yes, that's how it did previously, I think. I think previously you gave me advantage on that.
Oh.
Twice.
It's possible I misread it the first time. But
Not advantage, double damage.
That is how I believed it worked.
Okay.
Possibly the first time I read it.
So
Sorry.
never mind, boys. I thought that was overpowered when I read it out to you boys to like tell you that we're getting like more bonk per bonk forever now. But
Oh no, yeah, not forever.
this
Sorry.
makes a lot more sense.
I wasn't listening.
I
when
was
you
like,
said
that sounds wrong. Actually, now that I say it in my head.
Yeah, no, that's incorrect. Sorry about that. But it is back to top of the order now. It is back to Ambrose.
Okay, Ambrose.
You see that
If there's one.
You see he sees Neve enter the battlefield and he goes, "Hi, Neve." And she goes, "What are you doing?"
I guess we can just do what he did last time. And just shocking grasp his way out of this.
Yeah, if you'd like.
Yeah, he I guess does a spell attack on lycan A.
Go ahead and roll.
Ooh. Fuck. He doesn't have bardic either. He can't give bardic to himself. Fuck. Doesn't have any way to get advantage, does he? 14 doesn't hit, does it?
Just misses.
Okay. Well, definitely don't want him leaving lycan A's attack range. I'll have him move around lycan A over here.
Okay. Without leaving
then
his
in
attack
this turn.
radius.
Yeah.
Okay. That is the end of his turn. Back
Yeah, he
to...
don't got no other bonus actions, I don't think. I guess he has 2 weapon fighting.
Yeah, he
But
could...
but you have to make a melee weapon attack.
weapon
Never
attack,
mind.
yes. Okay, the lycan hits you.
Oh wait, no. Oh wait, never mind. Fuck. I reread 2 weapon fighting. I was like, oh wait, when you make an attack action, and then it's written so stupidly. It's like, and the attack is with a light weapon. It's like, fuck off. Say an attack with a weapon.
Yeah.
Bitch. Okay. Anyway, sorry.
You see that lycan C, just its last legs of fucking desperation, reaches out, misses the first swing, but on the upswing, gets you like across the thigh and like upper or lower abdomen, and you take 5 points of damage.
I'm bloodied again.
All right, I shall
Got
mark
8 hit points remaining, boys.
shall mark you with the back. You got your little red dot back. Let's see. Oh.
Kaz got fucked up.
No.
Now hang on, lycan B still has to stand up. Or is it lycan A hitting Ambrose? Uh-oh. Ambrose goes down.
How much health does Ambrose have? Okay, well, alright, hold on. Let's roll damage. Alright. Maybe it's not that bad. Okay. Okay, alright.
Did you roll a fucking crit again?
Yes.
What is with the crits?
Luckily, it really didn't do a lot of damage. Both of its attacks hit. One of them was a critical, but I rolled a 2 and a 1. So
it's only 2,000 damage instead of 3,000.
It does 4 damage, even with a critical.
Oh, okay.
Luckily, by some fucking miracle, Ambrose is not
the
decimated.
second attack damage?
I rolled a 2 and a 1.
Oh, okay. You're not gonna double the 2.
No, because I rolled the 2 first for the attack that hit first.
Gotcha. Okay.
I could have been mean and doubled the 2, but
You could have been dishonest.
I could have been dishonest. Ambrose unhappy. Definitely getting more of his clothes shredded. Not quite bloodied yet. Ambrose is just on the verge of bloodied. He's not.
Well, if it does 4 damage,
He has 9 health left.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess that's not
wait.
not half of 19.
Well, I guess
No, that's less
9.
than. That is less than half.
Yeah. Okay. No, he is bloodied. Yeah,
He's-
you're right.
He's bloodied.
I was thinking 7 for some reason.
Game, I did the math wrong because you did the math wrong.
I know.
Like, you convinced me.
I am just.
You
everybody's
succeeded
math
on your
is bad.
deception check.
Yeah, Amber, listen, everyone is doing horribly. It gets Ambrose in the back while he is trying to, like, skirt his way around it.
It's okay. We're about to be doing amazing, boys.
And now Lycan B. I believe with command, it has to, takes the prone condition and then ends its turn. Okay, yeah, so no, it gets back up. Unfortunately, no one took advantage of that while he was down. So Lycan B uses half his movement to stand back up. And really isn't happy about Neve.
Mm-hmm.
But Kaz is still closer. Let me do a... Yeah. He is unhappy about Neve. And so sort of skirts Kaz to keep her in its sights. But is going to continue to attack Kaz as he is closer.
Doesn't want to get shot in the back again.
All right. What is Kaz's armor class? Oh,
Like 17, right? He gets that +2 from a shield.
All right.
I almost made Ailstain use a shield, but I was like, I don't know, man. Great weapon fighting is too good.
Gets him for 5 damage. So he's also not quite bloodied. He's still doing all right, but he's not liking it. Not quite happy
Not
about
liking it.
Yep, he's not liking it. And that
Can y'all imagine Ailstain with a shield though? That 18 armor class would go nutty mode.
That is Ailstain's turn.
What? Oh, it is Ailstain's turn. I was like, Ailstain didn't take his turn.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I've got Bardic. We're gonna land this hit. Oh. Yeah, in fact, I know that a 15 hits, so we'll land this handily. I don't need the Bardic. 16 plus 4, so that's a dirty 20 to hit.
Hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
I'm rolling like crazy. I'm never not using these dice again.
Which
These
dice?
are my new favorite dice.
Which dice are you rolling?
The eyeball one.
Oh, hey!
I should have been using these the entire time. They're weighted unfairly in my advantage.
They're making up for last session.
Oh yeah, last session I did roll like ass, didn't I? Okay. So damage time. Let's ensure that this fucker dies. Let's first do the 2d6. I'm not gonna do. Well, I doubt I'm gonna get. Well, I might get opportunity again. So, if what I think happens. So yeah, I'll hold off. Let's see. I got a 2. I can reroll that. 3 and a 3. Yeah, we've been dancing around not having the advantage for too long. I want to use it now. I'm gonna use Savage Attacker.
Okay.
Those, I got a 2 and a 1. 3 and a 3 again. Great. I should not have used Savage Attacker. So that's 6 plus 2. That's 8. And let's do for lightning. +3, so 11 damage.
How would you like to do this?
Hell yeah. That arm, which arm was it that
His left.
you said was nearly his left arm? I think after spinning to hit Lycan A earlier as it ran toward Ambrose, he like lands at the end of the spin and lifts his sword over his head and just fucking brings it down and hacks off that arm.
Ooh.
And kicks the body down. And as the body hits the ground, he like looks over his shoulders at Kaz and Ambrose, and he under his breath says, the cat's out of the bag anyway. And he raises his left hand, the bandaged hand that he slashed with his sword on the palm. And we see his like the veins glow underneath the bandages again. And that blood dripping from his open wound suddenly becomes like more solidified and like ribbony as it shoots out into that now severed like stub where his arm once was, and his blood snakes its way into Lycan C, that like glowing blood making its way like through Lycan C's veins as it stands back up. Ailstain just activated Curse of the Fallen Puppet on Lycan C, and is going to roll a d4 and take that amount in damage as I amplify the curse. Only 1 damage. Fantastic. I'll take that. I'm down to 7 health, but that's okay. And with that amplification, he can move on top of attacking. So Lycan C shambles over to Lycan A and swings an attack.
All right. Does it get to do its multi-attack, or is it just one attack?
I think it's just the one attack, because it doesn't say it takes an action. It makes a single attack, I think.
Okay. I will go ahead and
let me
roll.
double check. Creature see within your action. Have the creature make one attack against your choice within its range. So I think multi-attack is an action, so I don't know that it can do that.
Okay. That's a natural 20.
There we go, boys. I use the nat 20s against them.
All right. Let's go ahead and find out how much damage he does. That is 6 damage.
6 damage?
6 damage to Lycan A. He does not like that.
And then Lycan C after that collapses to the ground and is dead.
Yes.
And I think Ailstain also moves up so that he is now focused on Lycan A, and Ambrose can get the fuck out of there.
You see, Ambrose is like, what the fuck was that? But
don't worry about it. They had bad blood between each other. Get it? Okay. Anyway.
Ambrose is like, we're going to talk about this later.
Yeah.
Right.
The other thing, so you know, chat, the way blood magic works is the higher level I get, my Hemocraft die, which is the die I use to do blood curses, and my activating my right and stuff, basically anything regarding taking damage and doing damage with Blood Hunter abilities, it increases from like a D4 to a D6 to a D8, meaning the blood magic gets more dangerous and volatile, both for me and the people Ailstain uses it against.
That is
just correct. A fun little fact for you. Anyway.
Shay nicks Laurent again. This man is dexterous and dodging and weaving out of this thing's fucking claw strikes. And you see Laurent manages to finally get good ground. And you see he swings and takes a deep gash out of its leg, and he twirls around and he swings again. Does another deep. Oh god, that is so loud.
That is very loud.
Does another deep gash across its chest for a good 13 damage. And Shay is now officially bloodied.
No! Wait, yes, good!
No, yeah, we want Shay to be
in my head I was like, Laurent, no! But Laurent's not bloodied. Never mind. I don't know why I said
Laurent's looking like fine. Like he's taking some damage, but he's fine. Shay starting to look fucked up for sure. Super not going really well for him. Really, this is not how he thought this was gonna go. Really not good for him. And now it is back to Kaz's turn.
Hang on. I'm reading the rule book again really quick.
For what?
I'm trying to figure out if that +2 also applies extra damage.
Okay, so.
But I don't think it does.
Okay.
I was like, ooh, what if it does apply to damage? But I don't think it does. I think it's just the attack roll. Okay, sorry. Fuck, Kaz's turn. Fuck. Let me grab his sheet. Okay, so he has.
I would refresh the page.
Spell. Oh.
Just because it's been updated since his last turn.
Yeah, he's got 11 health. He's got 1 spell slot. He already burned the vulnerability, which didn't do a whole lot. So I guess he's gonna do his last spell slot, Guiding Bolt on this bitch ass lycan bee.
Okay.
To grant advantage, which honestly I think advantage might be really nice because then I think Neve can maybe do a shitload of damage with whatever the fuck that was that she threw before.
Yeah, maybe.
So okay. He rolls an attack with Guiding Bolts. To hit, so 18 to hit.
18 certainly hits.
Let me grab 4d6 to roll here. That's 6, 11, 13 damage.
All right.
Damn, now he's doing ale stain type damage.
Yeah, that fucking, you see, he sends this bolt out from him, and it, leaves the tips of his fingers, like, singed a little bit, but it inserts itself, like, right where that arrow was, and just leaves, like, a hole, like, it's just, like, dripping bloody gore, and he is officially bloodied as well.
God, I'm upset that Lycan B isn't still between Neve and Kaz, 'cause I think it'd be hilarious if he could then see Neve through the hole.
Gross.
And she's just like staring back at him like, oh God.
Yeah, Neve's just like really confused, but like really locked in at this moment.
Damn, y'all mind if I lock in?
Is that the end of Kaz's turn?
I think so. This dude does not have a whole lot of bonus actions that he can take. Yeah.
All right. It is back.
He can do Spare the Dying or Healing Word, but he's out of spell slots.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he could spare the dying, but no one needs sparing.
Spread the dying is a cantrip. Yep.
You see that Neve, once again, that constellation of a chalice forms above her head. She grabs it and throws it. Hits. Where the fuck did all my dice go? Oh, there it is. Sorry, I have 3 dice sets out right now. Oh my god, another 8? This girl does another 11 damage to this fucking thing. Shoots another arrow, like right in the hole, and it just makes it like much bigger. And it's got like cracks that are like forming, and like blood is just seeping from this fucking thing. This thing is on death's fucking door.
Okay.
Like,
critical.
It is. Oh, it's absolutely critical. This thing is like It's like missing a lung at this point. Like it's. It is. Yeah.
Oh, collapsed lung.
And you see that she, you see that she, casts that, and you see she sort of like, tilts her head, and you see that she stalks up to it, and you see she's like leans down over it, and she says, "You're not the only one with claws." And you see,
well, clearly there's a few other ones here.
you see that from her knuckles extend sharp claws, and she will attempt to.
Oh my god, does she get a bonus action attack?
That thing that she threw was a bonus action.
Oh,
hits.
Jesus.
Uh,
she did that much damage on a bonus attack? Jesus Christ.
She rolled max damage both times she did that attack.
Jesus.
Hits. All right, where's my...
Chat's barking for her.
Where? Oh, wait, no. Is it... Okay, yeah. 10. Yeah, 6. Oh, yep. You watch these long claws extend from her. Her teeth sharpen into like wolf fangs, and you see like acid drip from her claws as she like rends this thing to pieces, and it dies. You watch its lycan form in death shrink back to that of a mortal man, and you just see this like rent apart corpse with like burns of acid across it. And that is the end of her turn.
Damn.
Well, back to top of the order, that is Ambrose.
Well, all right. Let's see if we can't get this silly little man away from lycan A. Let's try another shocking grasp. He fucking beefed it last time. Okay, there we go. That's a 22 to hit. Let's do damage. Make this bitch take 5 lightning damage, please.
Yes. Sorry, I missed everything that just happened. He shocking grasped it?
Yes.
Okay.
For 5 damage.
Okay, yeah. This thing is on death's door. It like you see it like foaming at the mouth. It like bites its tongue a little bit. It's still hanging on by just a thread, by some like hope it has that somehow it could survive this.
And now that it doesn't get opportunity, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'll have Ambrose move over here.
Okay.
This guy has 12 armor class.
He's like, I'm just gonna get out of here.
Mhm.
Yeah. He says, "Don't touch me, bitch!" And then he runs away.
We gotta get you fucking better armor, Ambrose. Holy shit.
Well, his silks were ruined, so now he has to get better
Mhm.
armor.
Yeah.
And
Like some
that
studded leather or something.
lycan A gets one more attack, or 2 more attacks technically. What's your armor class?
Mine's 16.
Okay, he does hit you
Boo!
for 2 damage.
Oh.
Really,
He's okay!
really hanging on, and really, he's like on the ground. You see, he reaches up and just like kind of swipes at you like half-heartedly.
5 HP. Not looking great.
Mm-hmm.
But okay.
It's your turn.
I'm not gonna take a potion just yet. I'm gonna see what this turn comes out as.
Mm-hmm.
Let me do an attack roll on this fucker.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. 18 plus 4. That's 22, baby. That's a hit. Dude, I love this. I'm never using another D20 again. I feel like I should maybe switch my D20. This one's rolling really high.
Hey,
Um,
you're doing good.
Okay, damage. Yes, damage. All right, let's do Savage Attacker and Great Weapon Fighting.
Okay.
I rolled 2 1s, re-rolling those. Got another 1 again, but that's 2 3s now. 6 plus 2, 8. And then lightning damage. That's 11 damage total, baby.
Oh yeah. How do you want to do this?
I think Ambrose hits him with that shocking grasp.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's like seizing up there, Ailstain grabs Ambrose by like the collar and like pulls him to the side and says, "Get out of here!" And after doing so, spins around and does a cutting attack on his neck and lops off lycan A's head.
Ooh. You see, you decapitate this werewolf, and before the body hits the ground, it returns to its mortal state. And you just see a naked man with no head. His head like rolls off to the side.
I think Ailstain sees that, and it gives him pause for like a split second before he tenses up, closes his eyes, and proceeds to go help Laurent. Actually, I'm gonna have him go most of the way there, but not all the way. Just to see what happens, because he is at 5 HP. We only have 1 potion left.
Ambrose has 2 potions of healing.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if maybe between Kaz and Neve, if the Shay is just gonna be dead next turn anyway, you know?
Possibly.
So I'm just gonna keep him far enough away that he can't get killed on his off turn, and or at least not without Shay taking a attack of opportunity.
You see both of Shay's attacks miss. And one of Laurent's hits. Does 7 damage. Yeah, he is really not looking good. Definitely, he's, if not critical, very close to being critical.
Oh, okay. So 11% health left. I think I made the right call, not drinking a potion.
It is Kaz's turn again.
All right. I am realizing, by the way, that for whatever reason, D&D Beyond does not list Kaz's spell Sacred Flame as an action. I don't know why, but it's a cantrip that he can cast.
It's probably because of his background. He's an acolyte.
Mm-hmm. He's fresh out of spells, I think, so there's not a whole lot more he can do aside from Spare the Dying or bonus actions. And yeah, he's just kind of got Sacred Flame, so...
Well, he's got Toll the Dead and Word of Radiance.
Yeah, but I mean, those are also just the same amount of damage is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, just what depends on what kind of damage you want him to take.
Yeah, I'm reading through them. Yeah, Word of Radiance is actually worse than Sacred Flame. Although I'm realizing Toll of the Dead.
Yeah, if it does damage,
it's actually a little better if it's missing health.
It does a
so
D12 instead of a D8.
Let's do that. Why not? Okay, he moves like 5 feet. Or well, he moves between. I imagine he would want to be in front
Closer
of
to
Ambrose.
yeah.
So he'll move there instead to protect Ambrose, and he'll cast Toll of the Dead on this fucker.
All right. Is that a saving throw? It is.
It's a wisdom.
Save.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the werewolves, they're not very wisdomous.
But it's a cantrip, so he's not gonna take any damage if it fails.
Oh yeah, absolutely does not succeed at all.
Yeah.
And so that's a D12.
Doesn't it succeed on the save? You mean?
Yeah, it does not succeed on the save.
Okay. You said a D12. Do you want me to roll damage?
Yeah, go ahead.
God, finally a use for a D12. I don't think I've rolled a D12 in years. What the fuck does that say? Okay, it says 4. Great. 4 damage.
All right, he is for sure critical now. Yeah, you see that Kaz extends his hand, and the bells dong, dong, very loud. It kind of like you see Shay like as it like shakes, you see like some blood like come out of his like wolfy ears. And it is back to Neve's turn. Let's see.
And yeah, no, D12s are usually reserved for like the really heavy like mauls and stuff, or great hammers. I almost had a D12 for Ailstain, but I specifically chose a sword so I could get a great sword so I could get the 2d6 because 2d6 are better than a D12.
You see that Sheik is kind of like looking across at Shay and like sees that he's like really wounded. And you see again that chalice constellation appear. She reaches and casts it forth. Let us see if it hits.
What if none of us hit our attacks now and just like we all kept beefing it over and over and over again and Shay just slaughters all of us? Nat 20.
That's a nat 20.
I'm telling you, dude, our dice are weighted this time. I don't know what's going on.
She casts this starry arrow like right into Shay's mouth as he like snarls, and it tears the back of his throat out as the rest of his head flies off of his body.
Oh my god. Cuts off his head at the jaw.
Yeah. And Shay falls
Gruesome.
to the ground.
It's like his like tongue is like sticking out like a
Yeah. See, he like, you see, he makes this like, as he slumps over, and his form shrivels down into that of a human man. And with that, we exit combat.
We did it! We're not toast.
Woo!
Oh my god, we lived.
Everybody give yourselves a round of applause. That was very good.
Yeah, you did this, chat. You did this.
Yeah, this is all for you, chat.
Now I'm curious who the hindrance was gonna be.
I don't know.
Damn, we could. Now I'm gonna wonder that forever now.
You see, Laurent look around at the bodies of his former family as their blood stains the grass red. And you see sorrow on his face, as he does not regret protecting Guinevere, but is sad that it came to this. You see, he sort of is like catching his breath, kind of holds on to one of the wounds for a second. You see he turns to you and he says, "Not so different after all, huh?"
I think at first Ailstein doesn't respond.
You see Ambrose. You see Neve walks over to Ambrose, and is like, "All right, you're bleeding so much." And he's like, "I'm only bleeding a little bit. It's totally fine. Like, definitely don't worry about." You see some like blood come out of his mouth, and she goes, "All right, stand still." And she casts Healing Word on him.
I think Ailstein is turned to face the two people he killed. And he's staring at them for a long time, not with like sorrow or anything, but he's staring. He's like mostly standing up straight. He's a little bit, you know, he's at a quarter health right now, so he's all like banged up and blood trickling out of his mouth. And he puts a cigarette in his mouth, lights it with a crack of thunder, takes a puff, and he says, "Yeah, well, you ain't so different." Puts the cigarette back in his mouth, and he pulls out some gauze from his backpack, not his back, his backpack. And he quickly wraps up that open wound on his palm, and ties it tight, and deactivates his right, and his veins stop glowing, and his sword stops crackling.
You see that Neve is like sort of healing Ambrose, and then all three of them sort of look over to you, and you see Kaz just raises his eyebrows at you. And he says, "You want to tell me what that was about?"
I may have not been entirely forthright with everything about myself.
You see,
I'm not just a merc.
You see Ambrose kind of stands up and is like dusting himself off. And he goes, "I think we've gathered that, Ailstein." And you see he sort of looks around and says, "I believe the time for secrets between us has passed, don't you?"
He nods and he turns to Laurent and he says, "You said you were close with these guys?"
You see he nods solemnly. He says, "They were my brothers."
He nods again. And then he walks a little closer and puts a hand on his shoulder. And he says, "I know it can't be easy." And he looks like he's about to say something more, but he doesn't. He just locks eyes with Laurent for a second before walking forward to Ambrose and Kaz.
You see that he kind of gently, because of your wounds, but kind of like claps you on the shoulder a little bit. And he says, "We forge our own paths. Thank you for your help. You did not need to come to our aid, but you did. And I will owe you. I will owe you for the rest of my life."
Says,
Mhm.
"Nah, don't sweat it. I'm the one what brought them to your doorstep anyway. My bad."
You see he shakes his head and says, "They would have found me sooner or later. Do not fault yourself." And you see he begins to make his way back inside. You see Guinevere runs up to the door, but there's enough fog cover that it's not direct daylight, but she's still like being cautious. You see Harry like scampers down and like runs back to you. like like mountain climbs back up your body. And she
He
said,
gets covered in blood.
yeah, he likes it. He's a little weird.
Ah,
You see that Laurent kind of
rolls around in it like a pig,
uh,
like a pig in mud.
you see that Guinevere's like, "Is it over?" And he says like, "It's over for now. But unfortunately, that was not all of them. They will be back if we do not depart." And you see that she looks kind of sad. And she says like, "I'll get my things." And disappears back into her room. You see that he moves to go inside and stops and turns back to you. And you see that he pulls the wolf necklace off of his neck. And he hands it to you. And he says, "I think you will need this more than I." And he like looks around at your group and sort of nods to them. And he just says like, "I wish you luck. I hope that you find what you are looking for." And disappears inside.
Says, "What do I feel like? There's any chance that they could get to Veritas from here?"
They could. They'd have to only travel at night out of the Verloren Wood, basically. This
Like, is it like reasonable to think they could get there without being detected?
They could take the train from Aramor to Veritas. But the capital is a big place, and you don't know too much about it, but you, on your way here, you saw that it was somewhat of a magical city, so you're unsure what that would be like for someone like them.
Mm-hmm. As he's going to the house, he says, "Hang on. I know it's a long shot here, and maybe too much risk for what it's worth, but if you can make it to Veritas from here, I might have a ship that could take you anyways.
You see that he tilts his head. And he says, "That is a tempting offer. But to be honest, I'm not even sure where we're planning to go. The Verloren Wood was sort of the best hiding place. This, it's one of the largest forests in the world, and it's magical on top of that. It's good for hiding. But so long as the Order of the Lycan is here, we are not safe. So truly, I am not sure where we will go."
Just saying. It can take you anyways. It's an airship.
He says, "And who would I inquire with in Veritas if I were to take you up on this offer?"
Says, he chuckles a little bit after taking another puff, and he says, my aunt, actually. I like being a pain in her ass sometimes.
Usually he raises his eyebrows. He says, "I do not wish to be a burden."
He says, "No, don't sweat it. She owes me a favor."
You see he kind of looks like unscrupulous, but is like, that is a kind offer. And, perhaps if our journeys take us that far north, we will see.
He says, "Niobe, Jewel over Yan. That's who you're looking for. I'll write her. Let her know you might be showing up. Just know it's an option."
You see that he nods. And before he heads back into the house, you see Neve actually like stands up and kind of dusts herself off and is sort of like, she's sort of like taken the leaves out of her hair and like adjusted all of her jewelry. And her starry form has faded. So she's just her regular tiefling self again. You see she sort of stands up and says, "If you do not wish to leave the Verloren Wood, my people may be able to help you as well." And you see he kind of looks at her, and she says, "It is merely an offer, but if you still seek the refuge of the trees, go to Wildgrave. They will take care of you." And you see she kind of like peeks inside at Guinevere. And she says, "All of Nyx's children of the night are welcome." And you see he nods and heads inside.
Damn. Neve being a real one, even though she fucking just met him.
He heads back inside. And then the sort of four of you are just left, like, staring at each other. And in this moment, if you'd like, you can all of you take like a short rest, regain some hit points. Use some of your hit die if you'd like.
I'll probably use all my hit die.
Ambrose won't use any of his. He's almost at max. Kaz will use some of his. Kaz will use one of his.
Uh,
Oh.
2d10.
Oh man, that really didn't do much for him. All right, he'll use both. Okay, yeah. He healed back to full. And Neve didn't take any damage.
I'm up to 17 HP out of 20.
Yep, so the three of you kind of chill out here. You see Laurent and Guinevere inside kind of like gathering their things. And you see Ambrose says, well, I suppose we should head to the fairground now, right? That's what we were here to do in the first place. And you see Neve says, yes, I got some directions in town. It shouldn't be too far from here.
Okay, I don't want to completely derail.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that Ambrose was just wearing regular leather armor.
Yeah.
Could we just, like, since the town is so close, could we just fucking say we dip in really quick and see if we can fucking find some at least studded leather armor or something for Ambrose?
Yeah, if you'd like.
He can't wear medium armor, can he? He only wears light armor.
Yeah, just light armor. Or, well, he's a bard,
how much?
Yeah.
Yeah, he only has proficiency with light, though.
Yeah, yeah.
How much would studded leather armor be?
Let me pull it up right now.
I just don't want to make like a whole thing to go all the way back and then all the way here. Like unless we have to go all the way back, then that's fine. It's just
It's all right. Studded leather is 36 gold from the local leather worker. You see, let's see. Kaz has 7 gold in his inventory. Ambrose has about 27 after buying those potions. So between the two of them, they can afford a set of studded leather for him.
okay. Yeah, that one singular extra armor class point can make a huge difference. So I say we do that so we can bump him up to 13 armor class.
And don't forget, I forgot to mention, with that letter from old Cyrus, the last episode, you also got your paycheck for the week. So add 35 gold to your inventory.
Oh. I'll buy him armor.
No.
My treat.
They got it. You see, he swats your hand away and is like, no, it's for me. And you see Neve is like helping him pick out like different fabrics and like, she says, oh, this one's quite stylish. This is the fashion here right now. And you see Ambrose is like, I don't know. I'm worried it's going to make me look a little bit big in the hips. And she says, well, that is the style, darling. I think, wide
You gotta
hips.
make it look like you got a fat ass.
And Amber says, well, I already have kind of a fat ass. But okay, so I'll go ahead and add some studded leather to his inventory.
Yeah. You gotta keep in mind 1 point of armor class is the equivalent of 5% of a fucking D20, so
Yeah.
it can save you. It's still not a lot. Armor class 13 is not a lot, but it's fucking something.
It's better than 12. Perfect, yeah. Now he's got an armor class of 18, or of 13, 18.
18! Whoa!
Damn, I wish. You see, so, the rest of you, so you exit the leather worker. Neve says, so, what was all of that? And you see, Kaz says, oh yeah, how did you find us? And she says, well, I was tending the Shrine of Nyx, and as I was cleaning it, I had a vision of the three of you dying to some werewolves, so I ran as quickly as I could to wherever you were. I followed the smell of wet dog through the forest. Wasn't very hard. And you see he goes, huh. That's handy.
Ailstein says, "Do you often have visions like that?"
She says, not often. Sometimes when we are near the shrines, we're granted guidance, if it is what we seek. But, it seems Lady Nyx has your best interest at heart, at least for now. Or at least she has some use for you, perhaps.
Yeah. I'm sure she is interested in me.
You see she kind of squints at you, but doesn't say anything else.
Ailstein just can't help but have gods interested in him. God damn it. Effectively, all three of the major gods are now fucking playing a hand in his fucking fate. He's got fucking a cleric of Mor. He's got a fucking follower of Nyx, who's not a cleric. She's something.
She's
getting visions.
You would know from her form and her mention of Wildgrave, that she is a druid.
Oh, okay. So you got two followers of two different gods, plus one of them's getting visions from her god, and then on top of that, he's getting fucking prophecies from Sol. This is bullshit. Every goddamn god is trying to muck with his life.
Yeah. Yep. Do you head into the forest in search of the fairgrounds?
I mean, I feel like this is not the time to be going into something bad. I feel like we need a long rest to get some spell slots back. Cause like,
you see that you see Neve says, there's a tavern down the road. The proprietor's quite a nice man. We could stay there. I could procure some rooms for the night.
hey, I ain't gonna turn down a free room.
You head back to the Owl's Wing, the same tavern that the three of you spoke in before. And you see Neve goes in, talks to the barkeep, and comes back with a couple sets of keys. And she says, all right, well, I suppose I shall see you all down here in the morning.
Before they go to their rooms, he looks at Neve and he says, "You drink."
You see she smiles at you, and she says, you paying?
Says, "Sure, I just got paid. It's on me."
She nods. You see Kaz says, are we invited?
Says, "Sure, the more the merrier."
Amber says, well, I don't drink, but I'll take another one of those smoothies. And the bartender starts putting the fruit back in the mortar and pestle.
It's the same bartender as before.
Yeah.
He says, "Hey, I told you we'd be back."
He just he
Hey,
gives
I appreciate good service.
he gives Ambrose his little smoothie, and sort of like,
Is it a gold for each of us?
it's like a gold for 2 drinks. So Kaz
Okay.
tosses one down for his and Ambrose's drinks.
Oh. Wow, no, I think Ailstein beats him to it. He puts the money down first.
Okay. You see that he squints at you, but doesn't say anything.
And he actually puts down 3 coins. He's like, "I always tip my bartenders."
You see that he puts 2 umbrellas in each of your drinks.
Perfect. Can we once again look for the most out of the way table in the entire
Yeah.
tavern?
It's a little busier in here. You've gotten back around evening. So the place is starting to pick up a bit, but you managed to find a booth in the back that's kind of like a bit away from everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And you all sit down.
Oh yeah, and his veins are like no longer glowing, and he's got like those veins in his under his eyes and well around his eyes have kind of shrunk back. He looks fucking normal again.
Yeah, he doesn't look...
His right is not active. We're back from the ads.
Okay, yeah, he doesn't look quite so scary anymore.
I don't know if I made it clear to everyone. His eyes only look like that when he's got his right active.
Yeah,
That's what I was
he
getting
doesn't
at.
just look like
He
a
doesn't
scary,
always look like a freak.
like fucking freak all the time. Yeah. What? What do you mean? All right. Well, the three of you, or the four of you, take a seat at a tavern. You have your drinks. Neve, is like she got like a sip in whiskey, and you see Kaz just got like a shot. Amber's is like sipping his little smoothie.
I think Ailstain also got a whiskey. They clink glasses.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he says, well, you want to travel together?
You say this to Neve?
Yes.
You see she nods and she says, I was planning to go it alone, but it seems our paths are oddly aligned, so I suppose it couldn't hurt. Traveling in groups is typically safer. And no offense, but you really could have used my help back there.
Says, I don't know what you're talking about. That was a party. And he says, quick question though. Why did you help us? You barely know us.
You see she tilts her head and she says, well, it is not against my nature to help those in need. She says, besides, I like you. After our first encounter, I don't dislike your company. And on top of that, my goddess seems to have some kind of wish for your survival, so all of those things combined motivates me to help.
Can I like do an insight check to see if maybe I don't know. I feel like Ailstain would be squinting at her. You know what I mean? Even
Yeah.
though I personally feel like she's probably not lying.
Yeah.
I feel like Ailstain would be distrusting and would squint at her for an insight check.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is my character sheet? Oh god, I lost my character sheet.
Oh no.
Oh, it's because I fucking leveled up. Hang on. Fuck. Take me to my character sheet, please. There we go. Okay. That was 17.
Okay. Yeah. You think that she's being honest. You see no indication of her, like, hiding anything or keeping anything from you. She seems pretty genuine.
I think he thinks to himself, what is with these people? How are they still alive? Helping random strangers. And he says, he like looks down at his bandaged hand, and looks back at her and he says, well, while that is noble, I suggest not being so trusting of people like me.
She smiles at you, and you see her kind of like canines that are, you know, a little sharp as they are for tieflings. And her like slightly forked tongue. And she says, "Oh, don't worry. I'm not quite as trusting as you might think.
Says
You're just a particular bunch,
good.
I suppose."
He says good. Because there's a lot worse ones than me out there. And he says, well, if we're gonna be traveling together, there's a few things you should know.
I'm
You
all
said
ears.
that you was looking for some members of your order who went missing, right?
Yes, my sisters.
Says, make sure not to use my name in there, okay?
You see that she sort of, you've piqued her curiosity a bit. She says, "Oh."
Says, I think they know I'm coming. I think they're expecting me.
They. The carnival?
Specifically the guy what runs the carnival.
Interesting. You know him?
He is there like a scrap of paper nearby?
Yeah. Get like an
He's-
old menu. You like tear it.
Yeah. He says, I didn't tell you everything we knew when we first met. We've actually gathered a bit of info before this.
Do tell.
And he kind of writes out like the information they know about, you know, what's his dick, Hecna, and how he has like this inner circle. He like connects the lines back to Hecna on fucking what's their faces? Otto, who went missing, who originally ran it. You know, how he has Cicero, who was on a flyer and was like somehow related to him. We don't fully know. He's got some lieutenants. Sophie. I think Sophie's the only lieutenant we know, right? Sorry, I'm like refreshing myself on my notes here.
Sophie and Arachne.
Sophie and Arachne, that's right. And how they're able to like, you know, create the fucking Revelia talent. And how like, you know, he has this like potential pact or something, some kind of agreement with some otherworldly aberration. And most importantly, that his best friends were taken by the Revelia, and they left a ticket for him, him specifically. And he, as he's sketching all these notes out, I think it starts to look a little bit crazy. He's like triple circling certain things and like drawing lines between things. And then he like connects all the lines back to like in big letters, me. And he like circles it 3 times and taps it with I don't know, the fucking pencil or whatever that he's using.
Yeah.
And he says, and it all leads back to me. This guy somehow knew about a hiding place that only me and my best friend knew about. And she weren't there at the time. So he somehow knew that. I don't know how he knows what he knows. But I think I might have an idea.
You see she kind of tilts her head. and like waits for you to divulge whatever that is.
Because wasn't it a thing that Niobe said his mom had like mentioned the Revelia or something at some point? Or the Revelia was like around that time? Can't remember. I'm like scouring my notes. I could have sworn there was something that tied his mom to the Revelia. That might have just been my speculation though.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, Niobe said she had never mentioned it,
Mm-hmm.
and Niobe didn't even really know what it was.
He says, only guess I got is I ain't supposed to be alive right now.
You see, she's like, well, that's cryptic.
Says, yeah, I apparently died when I was a kid. But I'm alive now, and no one knows why. It was right around the time my mother went missing. I don't know if it was directly the Revelia or what, but a lot of very powerful otherworldly beings seem interested in me lately. And he turns to Ambrose and Kaz and he says, you said no more room for secrets? All right. Chips on the table. Kaz, you used to follow Soul, right?
Yeah.
What you know about prophecies from Soul?
You see that he tilts his head. He says, well, I've never heard of one. Gods. It's complicated. But typically, the fates are the ones who dole out prophecies. Why?
So I hear. Fucking middle managers. And he writes out the words on the piece of paper, the chosen of light will wield death to avenge what was lost on the paper. And he says, remember Talana? How she took a little vacation?
I think that
Yeah, she's
I think you told them
yeah.
already. Yeah.
Yeah, he says that like a little bit tongue in cheek. He like looks over at Neve and he says, she's dead.
He's like, oh. I don't know who that is,
says,
but okay.
the High Priestess of Soul. It's a whole thing.
Oh, all right. You see, she kind of goes like, win.
He says, right before she died and her death was covered up, she gave me this prophecy. And then he draws one last line pointing back to him again. The big me on the page. And he says, and wouldn't you know it, she said I'm the chosen. I rolled the lucky die.
You see that Neve. Well, hold on. Sorry, give me just a second. I have to pull her stats back up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh. He has a -1, and she has. Come on. Please load. Load. Oh my god. There we go. History +1. Okay. You see that she. Oh, +3. She kind of tilts her head a little bit, and she says, sorry. Okay, wow. First of all, and you see Kaz and Ambrose are both just going like not really sure what to say. And you see Neve is like thinking, and she says, "Sorry, how did she die?"
He takes that menu and he crumples it up and drops it back onto the table. And he says, kind of like that.
You see she sort of narrows her eyes. And you see she looks at Kaz and she says, "In your time in Soul's service, have you ever seen such a display of her power?" And you see he shakes his head. And he says, "No." And you see she is sort of like, she sort of looks like, not that she doesn't believe you, but like she is like thinking about a lot of stuff. And she kind of is like, "I don't know. Sorry. I just, that's interesting to me, is all."
Elstein squints at her and says, no. What are you thinking?
She says, "Well, the gods after the fall all agreed to a sort of a mutual, not contract, but sort of a mutual agreement to stay within their realms. The divine gate was erected, and it limits their power and their influence on our world. Such a display of divine power is, frankly, careless, and I'm not even sure it could be done, at least not without severe repercussions from the goddess of divine retribution." And you see Kaz is like sort of nodding. He says, "That's true. After the fall, they all agreed not to meddle in mortal affairs anymore."
That they couldn't have given him that prophecy, or that she wouldn't have gotten crumpled up like that by Soul?
So she's sort of questioning all of it. And you see Amber says, "That is true. I know quite a bit about the fall, actually. It's one of my main, topics that I know about." And you see Neve is kind of like, "Elstein, how much do you know about prophecies?"
Can I roll?
Yeah? Roll me a religion check.
Actually not too bad at religion.
Mm-hmm.
With advantage. No.
Mm-mm.
Dude, I kind of love this die. 16.
16. You never really thought about it too much before. You know that prophecies are not common. You know that they're usually always of great importance. You know that it's said that they always come true. But now that you're thinking about it, you know that prophecies are, like, can involve gods, but don't necessarily come from them.
Yeah, they come from the fates.
Right. And you think back to the priestess's words. that she struggled to speak.
Mm-hmm.
As she said, Soul had granted her visions of the prophecy, had told her this prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that Neve says, crumpling someone like that does not seem like a method Soul would take to dispose of someone. Her methods are more brutalistic. She prefers burning. She prefers ritual sacrifice. Being crumpled is not really her style.
And whose style would that be, if you had to say?
You see,
She's confirming a lot of my suspicions right now.
you see Ambrose says, you see Neve looks up at Ambrose, and Ambrose kind of looks at Kaz, and all of them are kind of thinking. You see Ambrose says, Nemesis. And you see Neve nods, and she says, the goddess of divine retribution is known for her intense and quick, swift meeting of justice. It is interesting to me that a priestess of Soul spoke to you of a prophecy and then was killed in such a way. It makes me question... No, truly it makes me question the validity of her words.
It says,
especially as you say she struggled so to speak them.
says, how much do you know and or care about Rianian politics?
Neve says, I have never been to Rian. I have never left this continent, to be honest with you. My travels have taken me north and south from here. I'm based in Wildgrave, as I said, to the west of here. But I have never had the pleasure of journeying to Kala. Why?
Mm-hmm. He says, he didn't answer. Well, how much does she care?
She kind of shrugs and says, if it's important.
He says, yeah, I've had my suspicions for a minute this wasn't the work of Soul. Weren't quite sure who, though. Fuck, what was the other girl's name? I'm like looking through my notes now. The girl that
Surya Everglow.
Surya Everglow, that's right, I just found it. He says, right after her death, new high priestess took her place instantly. And there was no mention the next day in the paper about her death. Everyone was saying she went on her merry way, took her little sabbatical. And he says, that reeks of cover-up. That reeks of planned job. That reeks of hostile takeover by Surya Everglow.
You see Kaz and Ambrose look at each other and are like, oh boy. You see Ambrose pinches the bridge of his nose, and he's like, there's gonna be so much shit when we get back to the city, isn't there?
Says, yeah, it sounds like we're doing a we're definitely barreling toward fascistic theocracy from the sounds of it. I got a letter from someone in town.
Mm-hmm. You see that Neve is sort of still thinking. And she says, well, that's interesting. And she says, but I don't quite understand. why? You see that she sort of is like, it is said that, well, all of this brings something to mind, which I think is possibly pertinent to speak on now. I'm unsure if you're aware of this, but it is said that if one is to speak a false prophecy, the goddess of divine retribution will mete out her punishment upon them, for it is not their place. It is the fates who speak the prophecies. And it is them alone who give them, who speak them, and those who would commit sacrilege in a way against them in that way, to take that from them is against divine law. So I am very curious why this priestess willingly spoke to you a prophecy she knew was false, knowing that she would die.
Really quick, I just want to say thank you from basement to base for the raid. Thank you fucking dude in bells for the raid. And thank you Gore for gifting a sub to save them, or yeah, gifting a sub to save them from the ads, but also how dare you.
Thank you.
He says I mean, she thought it was all part of some bigger plan. Don't seem that outlandish to me.
You see she's kind of just like chewing on her lip. And you see she shrugs and she says, I don't know. I suppose this is all speculation. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me, is all.
He says, or maybe it's the work of whoever the hell's trying to get me to go to this Revelia. Look, I'm telling all you to tell you this. I don't know what the hell's going on, but there's a lot of higher powers that seem to have some kind of interest in me. And, I'm worried I'm barreling towards something bigger here. And I just want you to keep that in mind if you're planning on traveling with us.
You see that she kind of smiles at you, and she says, if your intention was to scare me off, unfortunately, I believe it's had the adverse effect. I'm quite curious as to the nature of all of this, and she just like gestures to all of you.
He says, yeah, I tried it before with these chuckle fucks and didn't work on them either.
You see, Ambrose says, I resent that. We have good reason for being here. And Kaz just kind of shrugs, takes another shot. You see, Neve smiles and says, I knew you did not worship soul. And you see he kind of rolls his eyes and doesn't say anything.
He says, I tried to tell you, but he wouldn't let me tell you.
It is his secret to tell.
He looks back at his bandaged hand again one more time, and he says, I also may or may not have people after me at some point, kind of like our friend back there. So, just bear that in mind too.
You see, Kaz and Ambrose both look at you like, I'm sorry, what? What's that?
Says,
What's that you haven't told us?
Says, I told you we were covering our identities for a reason here. You were the ones trying to offer up our identities every which way we moved.
Well, that's not exactly what happened.
um, and he looks back at Neve and he says, if you're planning to move with us, you gotta let me do the talking, okay?
She says, well, I don't usually let men speak for me, but I suppose I'll make an exception in dire circumstance.
He says, listen, I'm a man. Let me do the one thing I do well. Let me lie for you.
You see, she laughs. She takes a big sip of her drink. And she kind of sets it down. She's like, all right. But only because I like you.
I mean, it's true. It's one of the only things he does well.
Lie. All you do is eat hot chip and lie.
Specifically, lying, telling when people are lying, and sneaking. He's just constantly lying and sneaking and stealing.
True. You see that Neve kind of finishes her drink and she says, well, this has certainly been an interesting night. But I think it's time for me to turn in. So I shall bid you all adieu, and I may Nyx grant you swift rest, and I shall see you all in the morning.
He pounds his tankard on the table and then throws back the rest of his drink, and then looks at her and says, "And hey, you got 8 hours to get the hell out of here if you change your mind on joining us."
You see that she shakes her head. And she says, oh, no. You're stuck with me now. I'm afraid. Or perhaps it is I who are stuck with you.
He shrugs and says, "Well, your funeral."
She bids you adieu and returns to, goes up to her room. You see Ambrose kind of yawns and like rubs his eye and he says, I need to go sleep for like a long time now. It's been a long day. And you see Kaz says, you're still sad about your coat, aren't you? And he says, it was silk. It was the finest spider silk from the Dusk Spire. Do you know how expensive and hard that is to get? It was like the one nice thing that I own. And you see Kaz rolls his eyes and he says, yeah, we'll get you another one next time we're in Rayon. And he says, doubt it. And they nod and sort of say goodnight and head up to their room.
I think he stays behind and takes a little time to write some letters to send out to a few people.
Okay.
He writes Ambrose to thank him for the harness, let him know that it was
Cyrus?
super. What did I say?
You said Ambrose.
Not Ambrose, Cyrus. The other gay man.
Mm-hmm.
There's too many of these gay men running around. I'm getting them all mixed up. They all look the same to me, gay.
All right.
The old gay man. Which one, Opal? They're both old gay men.
Ambrose is not old.
Yeah, okay.
Ambrose looks like, I don't know.
You're right.
Ambrose looks like late 20s.
Looks.
Ambrose looks like late 20s.
Looks like late 20s. Yeah, he writes Ambrose at first. He crosses out. He's like, "Fuck, that's right. It's I'm writing Cyrus, not Ambrose, the other old gay man."
You're old gay man
Um,
racist.
um, I'll get you like specifics on what all this says later, just because like I don't want to like eat up time here. But he writes him to let him know that like it doesn't sound good that Suri is doing that, but he's learned more about the about her death and how it may have been the work of a rival god, and how he should maybe consider looking into Surya's background a little more. No, I guess not a rival god, but like punishment from a god. Not is Nemesis technically a god?
Yeah, Nemesis is the goddess of divine retribution.
Okay.
She was the last goddess born as a result of the fall.
Yeah, lets him know that she may have died via punishment, and he's not entirely sure if it was actually Soul's doing or what, but that he thinks there might be some, there might be more to Surya Everglow if he wants to start poking around. Doesn't mention the prophecy.
Valid.
And then he also writes Dandelion and
Well, you don't need to write Dandelion. You have a sending stone for that.
you know what? You're right. He doesn't write them. He writes the one letter to Cyrus, sends it out, and then makes his way back up to his room, and he pulls out that sending stone, and he goes, "Testing, testing. You there? Hello, hello."
She goes.
This thing on.
She goes. Psh, over.
Says, "I don't think you gotta do that. Why would you even? What is that? What noise are you making right now?
Over.
Are you shushing me?"
Else they.
He says, "How you two holding up over there?"
Yeah, things is good. You know, not too much to say, to be honest. Things is kind of business as usual as far as I can tell. Cyrus
Got Feather there?
Nah, she's out on an errand.
Damn it! Tell her I said hi.
Okay. I'm sure she says hi too.
It says, "I killed a few guys today, Dandelion. It was crazy."
Oh shit. Nice. What kind of guys?
It says, "Blood hunters."
Oh, fuck.
It says,
Like yous?
Says, "Yeah, like me's."
She goes, oh shit. Would they like come after you for leaving or what?
He says, "No, came after a different guy for leaving.
Oh fuck,
Look,
there's like a ton of you.
Maybe watch your backs for a little while. Make sure you keep your ear to the ground about any blood hunters in town."
Okay. Is it something specific I'm supposed to be looking for?
"No, just worried they might be after me."
Yeah, I'll let you know.
And he says, "How are things holding up over there?"
Good, as far as I can tell. I mean, Cyrus is always up in arms about something, but I don't know what the hell he's talking about half of the time anyways.
He says, "I think maybe you should listen a little closely to what Cyrus is saying.
Oh yeah?
I think something big's going on.
Well,
I hear they're trying to make they're trying to replace the city god with fucking paladins."
gross. The fuck would they do that for?
"I don't know, but it stinks, is what I'll tell you."
Yeah, okay. Well, I guess I'll keep keep an ear out for that as well. The fuck? Wait till I tell Feather about that. That's gonna suck. She ain't gonna like that. Ah, she's gonna throw a huge fit. Ugh, that girl.
He says, "You know, Dandelion, I ain't never killed a guy before. Well, not directly, but
Huh. Really? I could've sworn. You's had. Huh. Well? How'd it feel?
says, kind of scares me. 'Cause, I don't think I felt anything."
You deserve it.
Deserve it. Whoa. He says, I don't know.
What do
I
you
think,
killed you?
I think he thought, well, I think they both thought they was doing the right thing.
Well. You know, that's all we can do, right? Try and do what we think is right. I don't know. All that's kind of too complicated for me, but I'm sure you had a good reason.
Says, yeah. Yeah, I did.
Hold on to that. Don't forget it.
Says, thanks, Dandelion.
Yeah, whatever, kid. Don't die out there, okay? You got more beer to buy for me, and you still owe me money.
He laughs and says, well, tomorrow's the big day.
Oh,
We're
yeah?
looking for the Revelia.
Oh, shit.
We're in town right now.
Oh. Well, I hope you find him, kid. I know you're gonna find him. Hey, punch that clown in the face for me, will ya? Fucking creepy as hell.
Says, I'm hoping to do much worse than that.
Yeah. Attaboy. You'll do good. You always have.
I think she says, so she said, you'll do good, you always have.
Mm-hmm.
I think he grimaces when he hears that.
Mm.
And he says, I hope you're right, Dandelion. I hope you're right. Look, I gotta get some shut-eye.
Mm-hmm. She's like, yeah, okay. Go to bed or whatever.
Says, you treat Feather right, you hear?
She says,
Don't overwork that girl.
She better treat me right. She's the one who bullies me. You ain't around now saying you ain't see how she is.
He says, I'm telling you, your finances are gonna look better than they have ever looked before with her running your books.
She says, oh yeah, that's probably true.
And he says, I'll update you once something changes.
Okay,
Talk to you later.
be good. Or not. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Says, well, that's not a lot, but all right, good night.
yeah, good night. The
Um,
stone goes silent.
And I think as he's laying down that night, he just stares
for a long time at the ceiling of his room.
Mm-hmm.
Harry nuzzled up on his chest, and he like is gently petting him as Dandelion's words ring in his head. You've always done good.
You've
And he goes to sleep.
always done good. Your eyes shut. And in the darkness behind your eyelids, you are forced into a memory that I'm sure you wish you could forget. Not so long ago, in the mountains in Dragonhold, you stood in a large stone chamber. The image comes into view, into focus, and you relive it like it was the first time you've ever experienced it. Let us go there. You see in the center of Dragonhold, past a gate previously inaccessible to you, is a large stone platform. Before it are 3 statues larger than life of the founders of Dragonhold, the original 3 blood hunters. And on the platform with you are 6 pyres, sort of dot the edge. And in the center is a pedestal. A blood-red orb sits atop it, magic swirling endlessly inside. Your final trial. All around you are your fellow Order of the Profane Soul initiates, who you have trained with for the past many years. All leading up to this final day of trials. You have just completed the first half of your Hunter's Bane, an intense test of physical, mental, and magical prowess that tested you to your very limits through the trial of the Valley of Death. You faced many monsters, treacherous landscapes, the death of many of your fellow initiates. And yet you survived. You overcame. You watched many fall during your trial. And standing here among the survivors, you feel that loss greatly, though it is now your burden to carry on without them. For your final trial has begun. Gale stands near you in the crowd, waiting, like everyone else, for her name to be called. It's been a few hours of this already. Your comrades are called one by one to touch the orb at the far end of the platform, and you watch as they are magically whisked away to you know not where by Kestrel, your mentor. You've never been to this part of the stronghold before. For as long as you have been here, the great ash gate has remained closed, denying anyone entry until today. As you're standing here, you've determined a few things. The amount of time people take to return from this trip have varied greatly, from 30 minutes to several hours, and of course, some never returned at all. When those that do return reappear, their expressions are neutral. They speak to no one, and they leave immediately. You believe to preserve the secrecy surrounding this ritual. And the last thing is that each time Kestrel reappears, they look drained, as if whatever they're doing is taking a very physical toll on them. After standing here for a few more minutes, finally, Grayson, who went in about 45 minutes ago, reappears on the platform. He, like everyone else, keeps his eyes on the floor and leaves without a word, his expression carefully neutral. You see Kestrel reappears a few moments later, a bit winded, though trying hard not to show it. Elstein, it is time.
Are we sitting or are we standing?
You're standing.
I think he walks up and meets Kestrel's gaze, but like is very like steely in how he's looking at them.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of like a little bit of distrust in his eyes as he comes up.
Mm-hmm. You see that they place their hand on the orb and wait for you to do so as well.
Yeah, not breaking that eye contact, he places his hand on the orb as well.
They do not ask if you are prepared, because to do so would be an insult. A blood hunter is expected to be prepared at all times, no matter the situation. You touch your hand to the orb, and a red glow envelops the two of you, and you are whisked away. The feeling of being teleported turns your stomach. It feels like falling between worlds, and you cannot catch your footing until finally you reappear in a dark hallway. And it takes you a minute to steady yourself. You see, this hallway is made of natural stone that stretches off into the distance, the way forward obscured by fog. Kestrel lights a torch and silently leads you down a dark and narrow descending corridor leading deeper into the mountains. After what seems like an eternity of winding corridors and endless fog, the path finally ends before a large wooden door, the frame of which is covered in strange runes. Give me an Arcana check with advantage.
Advantage. Not great at Arcana, but let's see. The 16 do anything for you?
You recognize these as warding runes, and the placement indicates it is not to keep people out, but to keep something
someone in. Oh, something.
Kestrel has been silent up to this point, but turns to you now and says, "When we enter this room, you will do exactly as I say when I say it. You will not speak of anything that occurs here to anyone for any reason. You are to complete the ritual and then leave. Do not speak to anyone along the way. Am I understood?"
He narrows his eyes further and says, "Yeah, 'cause doing whatever you say has worked out so well for everyone before, huh? Yeah, I understand."
You see that they hesitate at the handle of the door. They sort of, over their shoulder, say, "You've come a long way since the orphanage. Do not let yourself falter now." And they open the door and lead you inside.
Big spooky room.
You enter at the top of a stairwell. The first thing that hits you is the smell.
Stinky.
This room reeks of death so pungently it almost makes your eyes water. Beyond the door...
Yeah, he grew up in a sewer. It's fine.
That's true. Beyond the door is a cylindrical cavern. Stone steps descending in a spiral around the room into mist below. You see statues of weeping angels line the stone railing, their heads bowed, hands open, as if in prayer. As you descend the stairs, give me a perception check.
13.
That is enough.
Oh, okay.
You see an interesting display here. It's a little too big to fit on this fucking map. I'm trying to get it big enough.
Wait. Is this the shit I saw in my vision? It's a very similar looking statue here.
You see At the bottom of the stairs, you find a large pool of inky blackness, surrounded by 6 intricate and ornate archways, runes painted onto the floor between them. Candlelight illuminates several more angels resting in alcoves on either side of the largest statue. 3 sword-wielding archangels, all broken at the neck. You also
Okay,
notice...
It's not the same statue. Okay, good. I was like, wait, how would he not have recognized that? No, it's not the same.
You also notice down here, this is where you exit, sort of down here. You also notice piles and piles of skulls and bones, as well as some broken and discarded weapons scattered across the room. The stone of the floor is badly cracked in some places, missing entire chunks in others. This place is ancient, maybe even older than Dragonhold itself. You see...
Is there just a pit in the center of the room?
So it's a pool of, like, inky, dark water. And just for the sake of it, I'll put your token down. Just so we can see where you are. Sorry, it won't let me select your token for some fucking reason, but that's alright. So I can't really make that any bigger. Well.
Okay.
Great. Awesome. And then...
It looks like he's about the size of one of the squares.
Yeah. And in the center we see Kestrel. I'll zoom in a bit.
Alright, Kestrel, what the fuck?
You see... Well, you can't see much, so actually I'll leave it zoomed out. Kestrel tells you to stand at the edge of the pool and wait.
He does so.
You see that they begin to pace a slow circle around the room as they speak. I don't have to tell you, but I'll say it for posterity's sake. As blood hunters, it falls to us to do what ordinary people cannot. We rebuild ourselves piece by piece until what is left is capable of the extraordinary. However, most of the time, extraordinary isn't enough. Still, we persevere, adapt, change, in whatever way necessary to achieve our goal. It is our duty to fight the monsters they cannot. And sometimes, that means becoming a monster yourself. Whether it's injecting mutagens, surviving lycanthropy, or other means, we must move beyond mortality. The Order of the Profane Soul started as wayward blood hunters seeking power beyond the known means. And what they found was opportunity. Their methods were seen as deplorable at first. However, none could deny the results. Trading greater evil for lesser. At a price, you see that they step into the pool, the dark liquid rippling as they cross to the center and stand. You see that they turn to face you. They meet your eye. A blood pact for power unequal. They kneel in the pool, mimic the pose of the statues, head down, eyes closed, palms up. The strange runes along their skin begin to glow an otherworldly blue, and the temperature in the room drops drastically, causing goosebumps to rise along your skin and your breath to frost. We all make the sacrifice for the greater good. And now, it is your turn. You see.
Oh, Oh, and the hands come up and they tickle him or them. They tickle both of them. They tickle Ailstain and Kestrel.
You see.
Aw, tickle party. Tickle party with freakish monster things.
The flames in the room flicker from red to green, and the pool begins to swirl and glow, the archways lighting up with power. Kestrel lifts their head to face you, their eyes glowing that same icy blue. And in a voice you do not recognize,
welcome to my chamber, Blood Hunter. I am the Lich known as Drakthul. I have resided here for centuries, aiding your fellow blood hunters by granting them my power, the power of death. I would do the same for you. Swear to me an oath, and give an offering of your blood, and we shall make a pact.
Do they have more to say, or does he? He, I don't know, steps toward the pool. I guess he's already at the edge, right? Is he supposed to just like, I assume, cut his palm and drip it into the pool?
Swear to me that if my phylactery is in danger, you shall come to my aid, and swear also that should the great dragon slumbering in Mount Cinderfall awaken, you shall slay it in my name. That is all. if you agree to these terms. Enter my pool. Offer to me your blood, and it shall be so.
I think he stands there for a good long while, staring at the pool. What does he see when he looks into the pool? I assume you're waiting for voice mod to switch back to your normal voice. It takes a second to load sometimes, boys, just so you know.
Is it normal again?
Yeah, your voice is normal.
Okay, good. I didn't want to say anything because it's loud. Anyway, sorry, what were you saying?
He stands at the edge for a good long while and stares into the pool.
Mm-hmm. And what was your question?
What does he see in the pool?
You look down. You see thousands upon thousands of souls swirling in the anima kestrel at its center.
I think I don't think we've actually talked about this. But maybe it'll come up later. I think the only thing motivating him to get into this pool is his best friend Amber's words to him from before,
Mm-hmm.
which we can maybe lurk on that.
Mm-hmm.
But he says to himself under his breath, he says, God damn it, Amber. Drinks are on you. And he steps into the pool.
You step into the pool. Your sword hums in your hand. You hold it before you. Do you cut your palm?
I think he holds out his left hand, and we see maybe from his perspective this swirling pool behind it, it's all lit up, and then his hand's kind of dark against the background.
Mm-hmm.
And he stares at it for a while, and then swallows and cuts his palm.
You cut your palm with this, your blade that you have just acquired for the first time. It leaves a black welt. The veins black and extending outwards from the wound in a slow climb up the rest of your arm. It hurts. Your blood, so dark red it is almost black, drips into the pool and continues to drip into the pool. It was not that large a cut, but it does not stop bleeding. give me a second to switch back.
Thought you were gonna say, give me a Constitution saving throw to see if you fucking pass out.
No. Well, no.
Oh, good night, guys. I'm taking a snooze in the soul pond. Now it's going from a tickle party to a cuddle party. That you not responding at all to any of that adds to it for sure.
This power I have granted over you. No. This power I have granted you over death can be challenging to wield all at once. Instead, it shall come to you in time, lest it strip your soul bare and leave no useful part of you intact. We are as one now. Go forth from this place and be anew. A blood hunter in full.
Hold on, voice loading.
Okay.
Sorry, the narrator had to step out for a second. They're coming back. Don't worry.
Sorry. Anyway. This is where the memory fades. The sting of your palm feels fresh. Like it never healed, because it never has. Under the bandages on your arm, the welt is black and fresh as the day it was cut. And after your memory, when you lie in the state between awake and asleep,
Voice loading.
Ailstain. Did you think I had forgotten? Did you think to escape your pact, to escape from me?
Is he like waking up right now?
No.
Okay. Oh.
The power that was granted to you was not easily given and is not so easily rid of. I am interested to see what you will do with it now. Do not forget again. We are as one. Remember.
And then you wake up.
I think he's still laying in bed in that same position, and his eyes just open back up, and he mutters to himself, I wish we fucking weren't.
You feel something interesting. Regardless of the previous day's events, regardless of your feeling towards those you have slaughtered, you feel powerful. Your veins are cold in your body. You don't quite feel as much as you used to. Whatever this new power is that has awoken, well, you're just not sure. Perhaps the day's adventures in the journey ahead, you will learn. But for now,
I think you're about to end it. I just want to end on he slowly unwraps the bandages that were covering his hand. And he just holds his hand up similarly to how he was holding it in the pool and stares at the wound for a good long while in bed. Still laying on his back, just holding it up to his face.
We will return next time on Pull for Initiative Descent.